Okay, we should be live. Trying to see what the angle is for the camera, maybe tilt it forwards a bit. So we've done some, I've done some off-stream construction about cooking, so I have this meat stew thingy going on here already. so I don't know, it's like a beef gravy. It's from beef tenderloin. And I first fried them, like in Finland we call it, in Finnish we say that you close the surfaces of the meat. So that's what I did on a pan. And then the today's mission, peel some potatoes. Because we need to get the mashed potato going. So I guess I'll start with that. Elina is also here with me.
Hello.
She's checking the stream works. I think it does. She hasn't confirmed. But I'm hearing it from behind me, so.
Yeah, I can. There's a problem with the connection.
I wonder what the size of these are. Laitamme sen tuonne.
Laitamme sen tuonne, joo.
So we have prepared a tripod there, but
Yeah, it is a...
se on vieläkin disconnected.
It is to connect a little moment, but...
It said to me that it's live already, but...
No, it's live.
Okay. Yeah, so I will switch you guys to this tripod and then I will hook you guys up to a cable connection, so hopefully that'll be more stable. So yeah, just give me a second.
Yeah, we have been having problems with connection here.
Yeah, even with our phones.
Yeah, apparently because there is construction going on nearby and they have taken down some, I don't know what they are called. Antenna?
Yeah, I don't know if they have taken out any of those. I don't have any actual knowledge.
Me neither.
But something has changed.
But that is the hypothesis. Oh, no, I do not need to put my phone on there.
So now you guys are on the tripod. I will get some cable then.
Cable is coming. What is it? I think I need to plug in headphones into my phone so it does not make noises.
Thank you, Nat, for being the first. But yeah, we had it on my chest for the briefest moment and it immediately disconnected. So we'll switch the setup to be on cable, since that's the. Excited to see pyörö, yeah, me too. I'm also slightly afraid of what will happen, but we'll see. Maybe this will, again, we are banking a lot on our ancestry DNA for this to work. But yeah, there will be a brief disconnect as I unplug the modem. If I actually can, I'm running out of hands here. Can you hold this bag?
Yes.
So I don't know how the
I am helping.
cable is going there. Whoops, it's leaning heavily now. Okay, so there will be a brief disconnect. So actually I could maybe put you guys into, well, I guess it's better that it's a disconnect than a BRB screen, so I feel like we'll just have it as it is. So we'll let it disconnect.
Let's see.
I did. So now we just need to decide where to place this. Should be better to. Guess we can have it in the bag, but with the cable coming out, I'm slightly worried. Welcome back. Yeah, we should be back now. So the connection is now on like an Ethernet cable. So instead of mobile data, we're using a solid connection. But the problem we have is that the cable is again like in the way then. So you see how we keep this all from moving too much. Would it actually hold there? Because again, once we get it set up, as long as we don't move it, I guess it's okay. So I think it lasts there maybe.
I think at the point where we are doing the pyörös, we need to just tilt it a little bit down.
We'll tilt it forwards when we work on the table. Actually quite a lot forwards, I guess. But yeah, that's a possibility we can do at least. But yeah, unfortunately you won't be seeing me peeling the potatoes then because again the internet connection is so bad. Unless I come in and do it here, but I guess I need the water for rinsing, so I guess it's faster to do it here. But yeah, the only thing I've done before the stream is that there was this beef tenderloin I bought, and then I fried it, like sealed the surfaces, so in a hot pan, and then I put them in water, so enough water to just cover them. I'll actually show you guys. So there's the sort of like a meat sauce coming.
Meat sauce is coming.
Can you tilt it forwards? Because this is what I'll be having with my pyörös. I don't know if they can see it. I'm assuming they can.
They can.
Yeah, so there's like these lumps of beef, basically, slowly boiling.
And I'll be doing the dough. So for the dough we are going to follow the instructions on the bag of flour. So it doesn't matter that much what kind of dough are you going to make. As long as it's for, what are they called?
I think
are they
buns.
Like buns?
Yeah. Similar to like hamburger buns, but like usually smaller, I guess.
I think this...
Off-stream preparing, we learned from you and did some. But my mother actually said that you should, you could do this, like peeling the potatoes and stuff like the day before. Like she usually does it so that she peels the potatoes the day before, has them in like cold water in a pot in the fridge, and then she just like boils them and makes the mashed potato on the day she makes the pyörö. So we unfortunately haven't prepared all that much. But yeah, how has your weekend been? It's been so far already quite a busy one. Of course, like we're only in like early Saturday now. So yesterday I was, first of all, we streamed for an hour, so we compacted the gravel we spread earlier this week, which was nice. So there's been quite a lot of nice progress on the plot.
Yeah, and I'm taking half a liter of water. It is like warmish. I don't know, in Finland we say this the warmth of the hand. So it should be under, I think it is like 42 degrees.
Yeah, below that.
Below,
Oh,
yeah.
like fresh yeast.
Yeah, so that we do not kill off the yeast. It is a delicate thing.
Yeah, but yesterday I was like after the stream we had on the plot, like I think I mentioned on the stream there that I went and got my father from the airport and we delivered the Avant machine to my parents' place, so they have it for the weekend, and I think we'll get it back on Monday. So if we'll stream tomorrow from the plot, we don't have Avant there, so we need to come up with other things to do when there. But I guess there's still plenty of stuff to do, like setting up the cameras and those kind of things. So I think there's still plenty of progress. Haven't heard warmth of the hand kind of saying before. Okay, so what would you describe? I'm assuming you also use like fresh yeast. What's the temperature needed for that? Because I think it's like between 37 and 42 or something like those two.
Okay, so here is our block of fresh yeast. They sell these in the store. Of course, you could use, like a dry yeast.
I should ask my mom. She makes nice pizza dough. Okay.
Oh.
Although I don't know. Do we use yeast for pizza dough?
We do. Only a little bit. It's like
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's like
size of the
thumb.
fingers. Thumbnail,
Yeah.
That is a good. How much? Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I forgot because it's like we had these dried up yeasts in our fridge for the longest time because we didn't use all of it. So
yeah, I was always like, I will make something. I will use it.
Yeah.
I have never have I ever. But this is quite cheap. I think it is like 25 cents or something. One block. It's like 50 grams.
But yeah, I'm just peeling potatoes here. Nothing special about this, but we're thinking of, because the recipe we have from my mother was mainly me typing it on the computer into like an Excel sheet or like Google Sheets, while she was telling me it on the phone. So we don't have like an actual recipe to follow in that sense, but we also don't know like the amount of potato needed. So how much mashed potato do you need for like whatever amount of dough we have. So for that sake, I think we discussed that we'll just do the whole 2 kilograms of potatoes, since that's what it's in the bag. And whatever extra we'll have, we'll just eat in other ways. Because you can, like, leftover mashed potato is something you can use for a variety of things. So like minced meat stuff and like casserole thingies. So that's no biggie. But yeah, so for Nat we are now making estimates on the amounts needed, so you don't have to make, when you eventually will have to make this recipe, of course, so you don't have to make the whole 2 kilograms of potatoes, assuming we will have some leftover. So we can do some estimates then.
What we do know, Nat likes to do very large batches, so...
Yeah. Nat is cooking like she has a family of 10, basically. Is what I think in Finland you would say, like, you're cooking for like a large family when you're making.
Yeah, she needs to feed the plushies.
Yeah. Pyörö for the whole town, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly that.
So now we will be mixing in the sugar. This recipe uses 1 tablespoon of sugar.
There's some bad spots on this potato, so I just removed them.
Oh dear.
So trying to make them of equal size, so when they cook it would be all of them ready at the same time. But these are quite small, so I feel like this peeler I'm using takes away some of the potato as well, so it goes deeper than most peelers, I feel like.
And then we will add 2 teaspoons of salt. And then I think we would just need only the flour. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Easy peasy.
But yeah, I'm just happy I will get to watch Nat stream live for a change, because I feel like it's been a long time since I've been there live with how the schedules have been going on for the plot. Again, we were like debating whether we go there today and cook tomorrow or this way, but the weather is like unpredictable, because first it looked like, okay, today will be a nice day and tomorrow, so on Sunday, it will rain like the whole day. So we were like, okay, well, we must go then today and miss another stream, but then it changed and it's now saying that it won't rain on either of those days, so hopefully that will be the case. But yeah, so yesterday we drove the Avant machine to my parents' place, and after that I drove back with the empty trailer, so I was home at like just before 11, I guess. So it was a long day of getting Avant back home. We'll have lunch for tomorrow. Yeah, I think we'll have leftovers. So we were already discussing that we could then like start tomorrow a bit later, so we could like eat here first these leftovers, and then after that go to the plot. But yeah, I'm a bit sad about having to use this perspective, because I feel like it would be so much better with like you actually seeing what we're doing. Not that there's like much of anything happening here, since I'm just peeling potatoes. I feel like you're seeing what Elina is doing, so I guess that might be even better. So
More interesting.
Yeah, there might be something actually happening there.
So now I added in the flour. It calls for 10 or 11 deciliters. I think I will start out with the 10 and then see if the consistency is good.
Okay, Nat, a quick question. How many liters is 11 deciliters?
Ooh.
You should know this.
And then we will use the... What was this again? Is this table mixer or...
Oh yeah, something like that, I can't remember.
Table mixer or something like this, because I never get the consistency right.
Oh
if
no,
I do it by
Nat, can't believe you wouldn't have the answer immediately. Can't believe this. But yeah, in the metric system, there's this deci, like, is it like a prefix, I guess? Since it's like, I guess prefix would make sense since it's before the actual measure you're using. So you have the centi and milli and those kinds, they're all the same. So it's just that the amounts differ. So we all know that the milli is 1000 and the centi is 100, so deci is 1/10. So 10 deciliters is 1 liter, same as 100 centiliters is a liter, and again 1000 milliliters. But yeah, deci is, I think, rarely used in any other of those measures, so I don't think anyone like talks about meters being like decimeter. And while that would be like correct, like there's nothing wrong saying that, but I guess you just mostly confuse people like Nat. Hello. Hello. Can't believe this. Because you know there's like this nano and stuff, and they are the same, so they're just like going way smaller, like milli is 1000, nano I think is like 1 millionth or something, can't remember, but something like that. Yeah, 1.1 liters is the answer. Yeah, there's a typing drawing on the fridge. Yeah, my godson made it.
Yeah.
Finish for a minute redeem. Can't believe this. Give me a second, I'll put the Finnish minute of math.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, if I only just talk about the milliliters and stuff, because it's almost the same in Finnish. Lovely logo render. Yeah, it's it's 1-to-1, especially seeing that like my godson is the son of my aunt who made the graphics for it, so you can see that the artistry is really...
I can take the time.
Okay, anyhow takes the time, so
Yeah.
we go for the...
Okay, starts now.
Ja sitten tehdään pyöröjä kuule vanhaan karjalaiseen tappaan. Puhutaan oikein kovalla murteilla, niin se on kuule australialaisessa porukkaa ihan hämillään. Tiedä mitä tapahtuupi.
Joo, mä vähän kuuntelinkin, että murretta saattoi tulla niinku
Tarpeetonta murretta sinne.
yksi leveli lisää.
Tavallista enemmän. No niin, pitääkö mä esitellä itsemme? Hei, minun nimeni on Saku.
Hei, minun nimeni on Elina.
Olemme täällä keittiössä.
Teemme pyöröjä.
Valmistamme ruokaa.
Kyllä.
Natali siitä tuolla vaan kuule vasaroi nyt.
No. Mitäs siellä vasaroidaan?
Tähän ei tiedä, oliko tämä nyt vasarointi joku tämmönen niinku kapina. Se Natalisi arvasi heti, että mä pyydän sitä kääntämään, mistä me puhutaan täällä.
Kyllä.
Ehdottomasti tämä. Toivottavasti siellä oli tekoäly tai joku valmiina auttamassa.
Nyt loppu meidän.
Okay, we're done with 1 minute. And yes,
Okay.
you're absolutely right. So, fire away. What did we talk about? I'm expecting a full transcript of what we just said
Yeah, I think we need
by the end of the day.
1 deciliter more.
But yeah, we here, when you like buy a measuring set, so for like different kinds of cups and stuff, we always have a deciliter in there. Like that's usually the largest measuring cup you get with one of those sets you buy. So you have like this tablespoon and stuff like those.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if you guys then don't have those. As it was so confusing. I need the Twitch rewind button to come out. There's some green stuff on the end of these potatoes, I'll just cut it out. So that goes to waste. But I feel like the bag of potatoes is not getting any smaller as I keep peeling.
Oh dear. Oh, some of them are mighty big boys.
Okay. Well, I guess big boys are faster to peel, like for the volume they are.
True.
So for that sake, I guess it would make it faster. There was talk about the measurements. You introduced yourselves, gossiped about someone, asked for time left. Yeah, we did introduce ourselves. There was talk of measurements as well. But I'm not sure if we gossiped about anyone. Did we?
No, not really. No.
I think we did. So you get asked for time left. Did I do that either?
No.
Yeah, so that's another one wrong. Are you just guessing that? Can't believe this. Can't believe you just guess, not having this knowledge as you're supposedly fluent in Finnish, like stated by me, basically. So no pressure. But yeah, you definitely got. I think you got the minun nimeni on, which is my name is. So some of the spaghetti we stick to the wall. Yeah, so you just threw it. Can't believe this. That would try and cheat. But imagine if you were like coming up with some like elaborate thing, like yeah, you were discussing about the conspiracy theory of like moon being made of cheese, and we were like, yeah, that's exactly what we did. So that would have like been mad impressive. So I guess I don't fault you for trying. They say the more you write, the more potential marks to get. Moomin made of cheese, yeah. Yeah, exactly those. But yeah, I remember actually I just discussed it recently, I don't remember with who, but there was like this course in university, because I had like, in here you basically get like your degree in some like major topic or like field, and then there's like these secondary fields you can also like include in your degree, and I had like business as my secondary degree, so out of like 180 for my bachelor's. I had like 25 marks or whatever you call them of like business degree, and I remember those lectures and exams, they were made so that there was like first of all there was like a 400 of us, which was like a massive amount of people on a lecture, because usually there's like anywhere between like something like 20 to like maybe 50 on any of those courses, so that was like a massive amount. So they instead of like having the exams like usually they do, so there's like questions where you write about stuff in like sentences and stuff, they just had it like a lottery coupon, so there was just like A, B, C, D options, and but they made it so that for every right answer you got 1 point, and for every wrong one you lost a point. And I think there was like 50 questions, so like a maximum of 50 points, but like taking in account that if you got any wrong you started getting minus points, and then so just passing I think you needed to have like 30 points or so. And I remember I had to take that so many times because that was like everyone also was saying that it's, first of all, it was really hard because the questions were also like framed so that like which of these things is not true, and then it was like, yeah, this not happening, and then you're like, okay, so this not happening being not true, so they were like tricky. You had to like really think on those questions, even if you knew like the answers, they could still be like made it so sounded like a predatory way or like a trap way. So that was again like a lottery coupon. Basically what we all called it was that, yeah, I'm gonna go in and try my luck at the business lotto. But yeah, taking away points was like crazy, but I guess they wanted it to be like hard enough so that not everyone would just like instantly pass, because I feel like getting 30 correct out of 50 would have been quite easy had there not been the minus point thing, because again, like if you know, let's say you know for sure you know 20, then guessing 10 out of 30 should be doable. But then if you like missing points from it, you'll hardly be able to guess any, so you would just have to like know for sure that, okay, I know like over 30 for sure, so that's why that was an absolute nightmare. But yeah, for the amount of students they were like enrolled every time, I do understand they had to make it like that, because they didn't have the resources to check on those papers if they had done it any other way. But yeah, taking away points was that was the only time I've seen it happen, and that's the only course where they did that. But I just remember everyone was calling it the business lottery, basically because of the way they organized those. So in here we could also like start taking away points from your translations, you know, to prevent guessing. Just saying, if you get caught guessing again, there will be repercussions. Hello. But I don't know how much spam you're getting from that machine. I think Elina is standing like right next to it. So I think she remembers how to mute the microphone in case.
Oh.
In case there's. Because there's hardly a reason for me to be speaking if you can't hear me under all this
I would imagine
machinery.
they can. Because it's not so loud.
ASMR stream like you're there in the room. Yeah, I would assume you get some equipment sounds. But yeah, we are known for ASMR now, so we have compact ASMR and gulp ASMR, and I guess now we have machineries in the kitchen ASMR. 50 minutes until another Finnish speaking redeem. Yeah, you need to space them out a bit, because they are actual torture for me, especially during like when you're actually like reading chat and stuff. So that's like the hardest part. So I did make sure that Nat won't be spamming it. It's also because the streams are quite long usually, so I feel like there's still gonna be like 8 Finnish redeems if you go for them. Can't believe you've done this. We already discussed that maybe we should make it longer. So first of all, it would be like more expensive to redeem it, but then it would be like 5 minutes or so, because that would be like pure struggle bus for me. Can't believe you've done this. You need to make a speak Finnish redeem for 1 minute, and then I will extend mine. Is that a deal? Because I remember the theater you made with Valtteri Bottas, and I think Kimi Räikkönen was also in the room where you talked to them, and that was pure theater gold. So we definitely need more of that. But yeah, so far this pyörö making has been rather dull. Just me peeling potatoes, and
Okay, I
I
think
guess Elena is making the dough. So.
dough
Oh
is
dear, we have ad
ready.
breaks coming in too. Can't believe this.
Ready to rise for 30 minutes. Here is our dough. It is a small one yet, but it will grow.
I wonder how
Boy.
many buns are we getting from it.
It does say 20.
Yeah, I noticed the same, but I was thinking, should we have doubled it or not? Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
Because we might just have like excess mashed potato because of not doubling the dough. But I guess again, it's like we let you guys know when you replicate this, that what is the good amount of each.
But the thing is, we do not have more yeast.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Except, yeah, we do have I think we have the dry yeast.
Yeah, so we could also make more dough if needed, for example, like tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah, true.
Because you don't have to use the potato, I think, can be from the fridge too. So for that, if you want to prepare things, I think the one way is to do it so that you peel the potatoes in advance, but I guess you could also make the mashed potato in advance. I don't think it goes to anything or like makes it any worse. I would assume not, because it's just, you know, mashed potato being baked, so definitely not. Can't believe I left Melbourne the day before Valtteri Bottas meet and greet during the OSGP. Can't believe you done this. Did you know when you were, I'm assuming you didn't know about this when you were like getting tickets and stuff, so. Good morning, hello, good morning, Skelly.
Oh, did you?
How is Skelly awake at this hour?
Oh, Skelly.
Found out too late, yeah. And yeah, I'm assuming like the tickets when you have them for like, I'm assuming you flew to there, so like it's not something you can really do is to like switch those. Assuming they are like expensive already, so. When will you grow a mullet like Bottas? Can't believe this. That would not look good on me, I don't think. Nyt ask Elina if I'm allowed.
I think it is allowed.
I can't believe this.
You should have it on the points. Someone could redeem.
Yeah, someone needs to first collect 1 million points and then
Yeah.
instead of like having this void redeem, which I don't know what that does yet, but I guess I don't know if Nat knows either, because she has this. Was it like 999,999 or something points for in her channel redeems to get a void redeem? But we could have like Saku grows a mullet then. Can't believe this. Yeah, I can hardly believe it myself. Yeah, you're like not getting any worse with this. But then again, you have this interview coming up, so I guess that maybe is a good thing that you. I forgot the void existed at 9,999,999. Yeah, so that was the one. I wonder who's the closest to it. Can we actually see who has the most channel points as a streamer? Do you have like any visibility to that? Because I've never thought about it. Because I've only had them for like I think 3 or 4 days now.
Do you need help with the potatoes?
I guess if you don't have anything else to do then.
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
I can drink tea, but. Do you wash them first?
No,
or
I peel them first.
Peel them first, okay.
Wash them, because otherwise it doesn't make much difference washing them.
Also a little bit.
I wonder hypothetically how long it would take to earn that many points. Yeah, it would depend on if you're subscribed or not, and also like which tier, because you have these like multipliers for it when you're first of all subscribed, and then depending on the tier you're at. So if someone would like really want to go for it, they would need to be like tier 3 subscribers, because I think that gives you like a like I think at least like 2 multipliers, like multiplied by 2 how many points you're getting. And then I would assume we would need to set up something like a server PC or like a PC that's all the way, like all the time on, and have that refresh the page you're streaming on, so they would be like watching every minute of it. Because there's like already like add-ons for like browser that like automatically redeems those pop-ups that you have for like when they ask you to press the like the channel point redeem button next to the chat. So there's stuff that like presses that for you. So I guess for farming points that would be the best one, but it would again like depend on how many hours the streamer streams, because I guess you're only getting points for watching, like, so regardless of like whether you're subscribed or not, you're not getting any points unless the person is live. But yeah, that would be an interesting thing to calculate. Also like knowing how many points does the person have with the most points in your chat. I think channel points are private. Yeah, I'm assuming you don't have any like visibility to them, so you can only like ask people in your chat like how many do you guys have, so and then like estimate it. Yeah, auto redeem is must. Yeah, I also have it, I think, on like that extension I'm using on for like 7TV stuff and those. It might actually even be the 7TV one that has it. But yeah, anyways, for torturing the stream, I guess that auto redeem is a must. But yeah, how are you, Nat? How are you, Skelly? What's going on with your guys' weekends? I know Nat will be streaming later. I'm hoping that's still true, so we have some pyörös, hopefully. Like I mentioned in the goal, we are aiming to be done by 1 PM, so that we can eat some pyörö while we watch Nat continue on the Clear Obscure Expedition 33, I guess. Almost at 2,000 points. Could have been 5 minutes of finish by now. Yeah, we need to make it more expensive. Can't believe this. Can't believe this. No, but imagine if there was like no cooldown on it and it was like too cheap, and then on the like the stream title it's like, yeah, we're speaking English, and then when you come in there's like some of you guys are just spamming that redeem, and it's like, yeah, sorry guys, I won't be speaking any English for the next 30 minutes. so for those that don't understand, sorry about it.
Yeah, I think that is just a matter of time until that happens.
Yeah, we have a cooldown on it, so you can redeem it only once an hour. So.
But you know, if there are many people,
the cooldown is global. It's not for users. There's a different. You can set the cooldown to be per user or then like globally, so that no one can redeem it after someone has redeemed it.
Okay, so
that's how it's set up. So if anyone redeems it, then it can be redeemed for an hour.
I see.
That's
okay.
how I made it.
Yeah, that is good.
Because otherwise, yeah, it would be just like different people in the chat going in. But yeah, we could also like take ideas for other like channel point redeem stuff, because I feel like we still have very few of them. I went to a wedding last night. I'm so tired. It was a lovely event. Oh yeah, that sounds nice. I have a friend coming over, so I need to clean a bit. Oh, I see. That's also nice. Like, I approve both of those things.
Oh!
Lena's also throwing the potatoes away, and I can't believe I shouldn't have asked for her help.
And this is a small one.
Yeah, we can now start boiling the
spuds.
Spuds, yeah. So yeah, we've now peeled 2 kilos of. Have the time to redeem with someone raiding. Wait, how would that make what? Well, now I'm not sure if I'm following. That is not good. What is not good? Can't believe this. Oh yeah, you meant the Sputnik flying on the sink there. But yeah, we had a compost or like a bio container thingy for bio waste, we could use it. But instead we just put it in the burnable trash, because again, peels do burn, so I guess that's not too bad.
That is very bad. You should not say it.
What?
You should not reveal it.
Oh yeah, maybe we hide the fact that we're not.
We're nasty, we're disgusting.
I have no idea what's going on. That's hardly true. But yeah, there's like in most Finnish like like actual houses, like not apartments. Many people have like a compost in their backyard for these sort of waste, which they can get like dirt and can grow stuff and those kind of things. So I feel like many Finnish people have like a small garden where they grow some potatoes, etc. So
Yeah, we most definitely will have a compost
yeah, on the plot then.
because I will use the precious soil it creates to grow more potatoes. It is the cycle of potatoes.
Hearing the Finnish way of greeting a raid. Hearing the Finnish way of greeting. Oh yeah, you mean like when you raid in and you would like immediately redeem it. So I would need to like immediately go for the Finnish speaking when the raid just happened. Imagine not having a towel on the ground by the sink for water splashed. Yeah, I can't imagine someone would need like one of those. Surely that's diabolical and no one would ever have that. Surely.
Oh, I have not heard about that.
Yeah, there's this thing that Nat has a towel on the floor in front of the sink, because apparently when Nat goes to the sink, she goes in like this.
Squeeze splashy.
Yeah, she opens the tap and then she puts her fingers like this there underneath, and it like goes all over
Oh
herself. So that's
dear,
why
oh
it's on
dear.
the floor. It has to be like that.
Yeah.
Can't believe you would like use any other technique to get it everywhere. Can't believe this. Also can't believe it. Yeah, I don't know if there's much we can progress here. I guess we can add some salt to the potatoes. Maybe help them boil faster. And also in the recipe when we're making the mashed potatoes, you're supposed to put salt in them since they otherwise won't have much flavor. So Mom calls me a duck. So it's just delicious blushing there. Can't believe this. But I guess I can also take a chair. Pull up a chair.
I think we should tilt it down.
Oh yeah, we could actually, I don't know how much
Or-
of us are so.
Well, I think you are showing there
I can
quite
check
nice.
from the phone. I think there's a possibility with the real-time chat that I can also see what's going on on the chat. Yeah, we can be seen.
Yeah,
Very
we
nice.
can. Okay.
It's not too bad. But yeah, this part is the waiting game now. Trying to think, I could actually maybe check the recipe for what happens next, because there's some other stuff that we put on them, or like I will put on them at least, like ham, and then there's these pickles. So like those don't need to really be like prepared, because the ham is in the fridge. There's like slices of ham that I'll just use.
We have a little, oh no, we have a big jar of pickles. Unfortunately, they are not made by us.
Yeah, we would have also like had self-made pickles, but I
Yeah.
guess that's hardcore. So if you're hardcore, you can do that.
Yeah, we have had self-made
Yeah,
pickles.
we've had them before, yeah. So
For we grew some cucumbers. Maybe, was it last year?
yeah, I think it might be last year.
And year before that. And I did make some pickles. They were very good. We actually got the recipe from Citronelli.
Oh yeah, true. Or was it her husband?
No, yeah, it was from her husband, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very good recipe.
But I'm just reading the recipe my mother gave, like I typed down from what she explained, and there's like, doesn't matter what flour you use, you can even use like rye flour if you like. And then we're like, yeah, and we just went with what's on the back, so I guess there's some like tuning that we could do later if we want to add in like rye flour stuff. We'll see.
Let's see what this one has. This is a mix.
Yeah, it's like a pre-made mix for making.
It's
making
mostly like white wheat flour. Then there is like wheat, like broken up wheat. It's like, I think it is full corn, full wheat. And then there is like yeast bread flour, which is basically also like wheat flour. And then there is a little bit of whole grain rye flour. And that's it.
Yeah, so there's like, trying to count fast, if there's like 4 different ways you can eat the pyörö, like what you put with them, and at least like from what I've seen, One is the meat sauce I'm making, so from the beef tenderloin on like a gravy. So that's one thing to eat with them. Then there's the pickles, and then there's the ham, and then I know some even I have done it sometimes. But there's like this thing that you just put in like plain butter on the side of your plate, and then you take like a small amount of butter on the side of like what you've just cut up from this pyörö. So that's like another thing to do.
Yeah.
And then I know my grandpa uses just like this, like one type of salt. I guess it's like natrium glutamate in Finnish. It's something that like we've been told not to use, but my grandpa is an avid enjoyer of that thing. He also has high blood pressure, so those two things might be linked. So, oh yeah, a side of butter, yeah, which is I think is somewhat crazy considering that these, like what you saw with the Karelian pies, those were like spread with butter basically. So you have this like brush, so you brush them with butter, but these things actually go in and they just get dipped in butter.
Ah, that's true.
So you just like melt butter in like a round container or whatever. I think I use the glass containers we have, so it's just melt butter in there, and then you just actually like dip them. They go like underneath the butter all the way, and then you just like drain them a bit.
Yeah.
So that's the amount of butter we have here today, as promised with the Karelian recipes. You do get the butter. So
Actually, not sure if I have anything.
yeah, I was
dip
also
myself.
thinking if you have anything that you could
We
use.
do have a little bit of the spread you use, but
Yeah.
that's not enough.
Yeah, maybe you could melt it so that you would at least be able to brush it with.
Yeah. I don't think I need anything.
And that's up to you. Because again, like
Yeah.
Elina will have it vegan, so hers will suck anyways. Regardless, they will be nasty, disgusting. No, just kidding. But they won't be the real deal. So
It sounds like someone wants to make their own dough.
yeah, I'm slandering here. But actually, I'm wondering if there would have been a difference on the dough. Was it vegan already? Like, did you miss out anything on it from that recipe there on that side?
No,
there
this is this is made with water only.
Yeah, so that's like already vegan. So
Yeah.
so there's like nothing needed to be changed for that. But yeah, for the mashed potatoes, for the vegan ones, you can't use butter, you can't use milk. So those are like completely different, the mashed potatoes between us.
Yeah, I have some oat cream, I
Yeah.
guess.
So it's similar to oat milk, but it's more to like what like milk cream would be.
Yeah, it has
Like
more oil in it, I think.
Thicker consistency,
Yeah.
I guess. Banter or bullying, yeah, I don't know which one that was, but I'm certainly a vegan hater. Hello.
Yes, I
Can't
he does
believe
not
this.
eat what I cook.
Yeah.
Except it's only the pea soup.
Yeah, but even then, like if you add your like soy thingies in there, I would rather not. Like I then use my hand for it because that's the real deal. But yeah, so for those that haven't picked up on it, we both cook our own food. So
we do.
we've not really done like cooking together at any point really. Like only times that we cook together is like when we make like pizza and stuff. But even then, like the toppings are different for each of us. So
Yeah.
so there's that. But I feel like that works for us quite well because I'm at least the type of person that I get hungry. So if I were to like, we would have it so that like each of us cooks like every other day or so, then I would be just like angry like when is the food? Why is it not here yet? But when I'm like in charge of my own cooking, then it's like only myself to blame if I'm hungry or not. So I guess that works at least for me quite nicely.
Yeah, and we would be fighting over leftovers. And
Yeah, all that
such.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair. Yeah, I think it's so far it has worked. But I guess it like if we'll ever have children and stuff, it will be interesting because I'm assuming our children will be like mixed eaters because of like whichever of us will be cooking will be the one that the kids will also eat. So we'll see if that ever happens, like how we tackle that then. But yeah, I guess there's like hardly any other options because then it would mean that Elina would be the only one cooking if we want our kids to be only vegan. But so I would at least hope that it's not the case.
Yeah, I don't think I mind if they eat meat or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess for your vegan it was mostly because of your stomach not being able to handle milk, so I guess that's where yours started from.
Yeah, that's where I started from.
Yeah.
I have been interested in like eating vegan or vegetarian since I was like, I think teenager, but it was very on and off, and mostly it was because it is so hard to avoid milk But then I noticed that my stomach cannot handle milk, so it was, then on it was very easy. I was like, yeah, I might as well just ditch everything else also. So.
What's the lid for this massive pot? Is it a glass
Yeah,
one?
it's the glass one.
Yeah. Which one of these?
This.
Okay. I really need a lid. Natalie Duck hammered. Oh dear. Also, hello frugality. I couldn't handle dairy as a child either. Okay, that's
I
interesting.
could handle dairy as a child. I think my problem started after I turned like 20. And the thing is, I can still handle lactose. It was not the lactose that was the problem, because I did like use lactose-free products when I noticed that my stomach does not handle milk very well. Saku is the one that cannot tolerate lactose.
Yeah, I thought I couldn't, but I don't think that was ever the case. It was just like my stomach still to this day is like all messed up in so many ways that like just that the, I don't know, the cycle of the moon is wrong or something, and I have like stomach ache. I feel like Nat might have the same. I feel like you, from what I've like gathered from what you've talked about, I feel like you might have the same kind of stomach, so it just gets irritated at like for whatever reason. Because like the longest time I thought it was lactose, but then like most and pretty much all of the chocolates we have here have lactose, and like it's not every time I eat chocolate, for example. Like, although I did have someone tell me that it's in like sort of like a different format there, so it could be that that helps as well. But again, like I have since used lactose and it hasn't like been the case every time. So I guess my stomach is just like dramatic. So
Yeah, frugality has taken my power of drinking milk.
oh yeah, that is true.
But I think I need to thank you for
Why?
that.
Can't believe it. Pain is temporary, yeah. Yeah, chocolate is forever, so that never prevented me from eating chocolate.
But I think I would diagnose you with IBS.
Yeah, that's because I went to like in Finland we have this like two sets of healthcare. One is the public one, and then it's like the private sector. And when you have like your employee pays for your sort of like your healthcare, you can go to the private sector for. So I went there because of like the stomach issues, because they were like really bad at times. And they did all the tests, and the only thing they came up with was like, yeah, you either have IBS or then it's like made up. I'm like, well, I guess that's it then. But they were like, yeah, we would need to go like make further tests and have like people like make you like a routine of what you can eat, and like eventually adding more stuff into it. But yeah, I never went through that, so that's like the only thing that we know is that if it's anything, it would be IBS. So I guess that's enough already. When the wind blows and the bees buzz, eating too many Tim Tams hurt my stomach. Yeah, that sounds exactly like what my stomach is like. So it's like a certain amount of completely random things colliding, making it worse. Stomach astrology, your bowels go into retrograde. Yeah, I guess there's some magic involved there. I'm going to make sure that the water doesn't overflow with the potatoes, because it's boiling quite hard, but I feel like it shouldn't. Also need to be mindful of which metal spoons go into which pot, because we wouldn't want the meaty spoon in the potatoes.
Oh dear.
So there goes Elina's vegan title. You guys can go and check the word that if I ever make the mistake, and we can then be to Elina like, you're not a vegan, can't believe you'd eat meat, potatoes. But yeah, now the pot is overboiling.
Yeah, but I think, last time we went to the Chinese restaurant to eat a buffet, they were like these, I think they were like dumpling things, or what were they?
Oh yeah, true.
And you were like, yeah, I think these are like vegetarian or
I still
like
think they
vegan.
are.
But when I tasted them, I think the consistency of what they have like was very odd, and I think they did have a chicken in them.
Yeah, we would never know. I think you also use like this omega or something, like these oil capsules.
No, it's like no.
So, yeah, I'm outing you now.
Saku is
Hello?
outing
Hello?
for using fish oil for my
Yeah.
mental health.
Yeah, so that's how much of a vegan she really is. Can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm not actually like strictly vegan in that sense.
But yeah, I guess that's the only thing. That's the only exception you have for the
Yeah.
like the fish oil thing is
Yeah.
like those capsules. But yeah, there's also like a million terms for like pescatarian or whatever. That's like eating fish but nothing else. So I guess that would be then closest. Although you don't eat fish at any other form. So.
No, I don't.
So yeah, it's a tricky situation. I know.
It'd be like that.
But yeah, so we have 2 more hours before the goal expires. Potatoes are now boiling. Can you show the chat if there's something to show?
Oh, yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, so the dough has risen quite nicely. I think it is time to...
Expires, yeah, we have the goal of today is that we need to get them done by 1 p.m.
Oh dear.
So before that, I don't know what other word could I use that the goal that I guess failing would be we run out of time for the goal. But yeah, the obvious reason for that is that starts at 1 p.m. our time, so in 2 hours. So the goal would be that we have this. I would like even say that the goal would be to be as close to it as possible, because again, like if we are done by like noon, we would have like we will just wait for like 1 hour with that dish here. But I guess it would be like nice if we had like a taste test and stuff on stream before we read out for that. But we'll see. We'll see what the timing looks like. Because I think I can actually check the recipe again. But I feel like they need to be in the oven for like 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, I would imagine so, because it is on the recipe of the buns.
Yeah, it says that at least 20 minutes.
At least, yeah. Okay.
So I feel like, oh yeah, it's 15 to 20 minutes in there, yeah. Yeah, so I no longer remember the right word. But yeah, I guess expire is the one I could use. Like, since it's the time that runs out, so I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Before the goal runs out of time. But yeah, I think this is the first goal we've had that has a time limit on it, like a daily goal.
True.
Because other ones have been like mostly just that we make progress on the plot, and we've made some steady progress on the plot. I'm really happy about it. It's just that the things that worry me is that the loan negotiations are not going anywhere with the banks. There's been like dead silence from all directions for that. And then the other thing that worries me is that we're already in June, and I would hopeful to get the foundations done by. Well, now it seems that by end of June would be nice, but still, like if you're thinking about like making the walls and then the roof and stuff, we would like need them to be like weatherproof by the end of September, maybe end of well, at least before like November, so because that's like way too late. If we don't have like roof on our heads on like November, it will be too late, because then we have like snow and stuff coming in, and it will be like cold and stuff. So getting the heating and stuff would need to be done before November for sure. So I guess is it October then? No, October is. I'm blanking on the lokaku.
Isn't it October? No, October is...
Eloku, I guess. Is it? March, April, May, June, July.
August. Oh, it is October. It's,
yeah, okay. Because I did have it right.
Yeah, because August is Eloku.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, before like end of October would be like I would say like the final spot for the weatherproof on the building. So we see if that. But there's like plenty of months for that. But I feel like weeks go by so fast. So we'll see. We'll see how far we go with it. But again, like it's not even confirmed that we'll continue after the foundation, because again the loan negotiations are on like a still at the moment. So unfortunately they are not moving. But we'll see. There's still like time. There was also like an older couple coming in here visiting this place, like this apartment we're in, maybe buying this. So we'll hope that also goes further, because that would also help. Because like I mentioned, I have like these 2 of these apartments. So one of where we're living in right now, and then the other one, which is like on rent, like a rental.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that either of those gets sold. So that would also like help finance the building project. The dough looks good. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think we should start,
peek.
It's forming nice. Some buns.
Yeah.
But how many are we going to make? Because that is for 20.
Yeah. I guess we could like, because again we also rice them after you've made them, so they will get a bit bigger. So I guess we could maybe try aiming for like somewhat small ones. first. Because like with the pyörös, it's like
Yeah,
it depends on the you smash them on the center and then
Yeah,
there's like
true.
a place for the mashed potato to
We
be
take-
in. So you don't want to make them too large. I guess like there's no, I don't know if there's like someone comes in and corrects me that there's like a certain shape or size you have to go for, but I feel like everyone that makes them has they like in different shapes and sizes. Well, they're always like roundish, but still. Mansion apartments. That doesn't make any sense. Mansion apartments. Can't believe this.
Do we need to tilt the
Oh yeah, you can tilt this forwards.
tilt?
Maybe more even. Or is it good?
Whoop. Is it good?
2 penthouses. Yeah, unfortunately these are not penthouses either. That would actually, I think, help our finances like way more than these actually will. Because imagine if we were like selling like a €1 million penthouse somewhere, like we'd have no trouble building anything with like, again, like, because nearby here there's like this, is it like a, I don't know, festival sounds like the wrong word, but like this event where they showcase like newly finished buildings. And in there, there's like this younger couple that's like building their home, and they've been saying like, yeah, so far it has costed us €1 million, and it's not finished yet, so we don't even know the end amount. And I'm there like, with what money? Like, how the hell can you afford it? So I'm assuming it's like their parents or someone helping, because they had like, I would assume, like from what I heard, they had like this kind of normal job. So definitely nothing that can pay you like a loan of €1 million. Do we not need flour for, or do you take another?
I think I'll use the,
Yeah.
because this has the broken wheat,
True, yeah.
so it is not very good for
Mansion in Japanese actually means apartment. Okay, I see. So maybe Nat is onto something then.
I was thinking
That
we
would be
could
like
sing-
apartments. Can't believe Nat is more fluent in Japanese than Finnish. Can't believe this. Do you know how much the,
Yeah, I know how much
yeah,
this
that weighs?
weighs. It is 926 grams, almost 1 kilogram.
Yeah, sorry for those that were on ad break. But that's to prevent the pre-roll ads. So when you join the stream, you would otherwise get ads.
Oh, I
So
didn't
that's
mean
why
to
the-
take this off.
That's why we have these ad breaks in the middle. We return. Okay, yeah, so nothing really happened here. Elina measured the weight of the dough. She knows that this metal pot weighs 900 grams, so she'll just do some quick maths. It's 1469, I guess.
Minus 926.
26, okay, there's that. That
And
would be 1400.
if we do it
43.
according to the recipe, it's 20.
Yeah.
So it is 72.
72 grams each.
Yeah.
That sounds like a massive one, but I don't know. Maybe we measure a few of them then. 1 deciliter. I've actually never seen it spelled like that, so that the liter would be with a capital L. But I don't. Maybe that's like the English way to like type it. In Finnish, you would like put both of them in like smaller letters,
Yeah,
like uncapitalized.
but I don't see why not.
Yeah, I guess that's. Like, I don't know if that's like incorrect. Wouldn't know. Yeah, let's see the
Oh, no,
potatoes.
I need this one.
There's one that has already obliterated. I'll take a fork and check, because in the bag it says there that these guys boil in like 10 to 15 minutes. So if you're buying potatoes for these, you need the floury kind. Because at least in Finland here we have like separately, we have potatoes that are for like just boiling, and then we have like those that are made for mashed potatoes. So the mashed potato ones are usually like more floury than the others. But yeah, these are definitely done. These are like overboiled soonish. Also, hello Sergeant Gatak. Yeah, we have a cooking stream now.
Hello.
Hello. I'll just,
I have a microphone.
yeah, Lina is also having a microphone. Did you ever make the Karelian pie, Sergeant Gatak? I think you mentioned that you might. But yeah, I'll pour the water out. Hopefully not the potatoes, only the water.
Okay, so
You can see this progress, but
oh, no.
today is my first day off. Okay, I see. Very nice.
And this looks very tiny, but I don't know. I think they'll be fine.
Elina finally getting the spotlight she deserves, yeah, with the microphone and all.
Oh, hell yeah.
We Finns are known for wanting the spotlight.
That is true. I will hide under the table.
But yeah, that's all of the water out. Now we would need to, or we will need to split the potatoes into two different pots because the other one will be vegan and mine won't be. Let's see. How big of a pot do you need? I think we can take something like this.
Yeah, take the middle pot.
Middle sized one.
Middle sized.
Average.
Average pot, yes.
I
That
need to
is
go out and buy the rye flour. Yeah. In these, I guess it depends on like which one you will be making. If you're making Karelian pies, you need rye flour, but for these, you don't necessarily need those.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can like stick around and see like which one would you prefer, these or the Karelian ones. Karelian pies, I mean. Karelian ones, because these are both Karelian recipes. So.
Actually, when I was googling the recipes for pyörö, they usually also use the rice porridge. Almost said rye porridge, but rice porridge.
Yeah, that's diabolical. I would never even say that out loud. Because I feel like if you make these with the rice porridge like you do with the Karelian pies, like the difference between these and then the Karelian pies comes like it's basically nothing. So for that sake, I don't see the reason why you would make these if you go with the like that's the biggest difference these two have is.
But then again, some do the Karelian pies with the mashed potato.
That's also wrong. Can't believe
That is very wrong. Yeah,
Can't
I
believe
agree
you.
with this.
Voicing out the wrong things here. But yeah, I'll go and make some mashed potatoes. So first I'll make the one that Elina will use. Because that way we,
Oh, you're
keep
going
it
to make
vegan.
my mashed potato for me.
I guess, unless you
Nice.
want to do it yourself.
For the first time in his life, Saxo Bueno is going to make something vegan.
I will sneak in a bit of butter. I never said I'd make it vegan. Where's the smasher thingy? Because I was thinking it was there. It's not.
there.
I don't think. Why am I not seeing it? Oh yeah, it is actually. It's just
It is there.
behind there. So this is the masher thingy we have. It's not the perfect or like a good one, I would say, but it's better than the one we had earlier, because the one we had earlier was like one that went inside itself, and that was nasty, disgusting. So this one's better than those at least.
Yeah, every time you washed it,
There was like water inside.
water inside.
So that's like nasty buildup.
Yeah,
So
it
this
was
one
from IKEA.
Yeah.
That one is not. I think that was like some Finnish brand.
Like some off-brand, yeah. Is this the recipe you told Nat to make? Yeah, I guess like told Nat to make both the Karelian pies and these ones, so I guess the answer is yes regardless. But yeah, I'll just mash the potatoes with this, trying to go all the way to the bottom, and they come into like these small fingers basically, but then I'll use the mixer, I guess, and then I'll pour in the oat cream thingy that Elina has. Trying not to spam you guys too much.
I actually find it very funny that we are having a Finnish food cooking show because Finns are not known for making a very good food.
Yeah, I don't think like if you think like globally, what's
Yeah.
the thing that comes to mind from like Finnish cuisine? I don't think people have anything. So like for that sake, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because Finland has been such a poor country,
Yeah,
and we do not have many locally grown spices.
so yeah, it's mostly been butter, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess a bit of salt, more or less salt. Yeah, Finnish off-brand better than IKEA in this case at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will see that they actually go in the the first one came out was alarming. But yeah, so then I'll use this thing to whisk it around there, because after you can basically use anything to like mash them. You can even use like a fork to mash them if you don't have like that tool for mashing the potatoes. So that's no biggie, no problem if you don't have a tool for that. But do you have the recipe for this? I got it from my mother because it's like a family recipe in that sense. But I can type it out into Discord so I can share it after, because the goal of today is to get the measurements, because we don't know how much mashed potato you need and like how many of those things come out, and we can like type those out and like give you guys let you guys know that okay, that was too much and this was okay and stuff like that. So I'm hoping this is the one I'm supposed to use.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to use all of it. It depends on the runniness of the
Yeah, you can
mashed
just,
potatoes. We'll see it.
eyeball it.
Yeah. So you start whisking it, and then you slowly start pouring in. Well, I don't think you guys have made mashed potatoes, but if you haven't, you just put in some of the liquid, either like milk or like I'm using this oat cream thing here. With this oat cream thing, I think it will like eventually be thicker than like using milk. So I guess I'll just have to use more of it. Yeah, it's a secret family recipe. Yeah, definitely all of this, and maybe I could even have like more if there was any. Now we take it out a bit. I will check if there's more in this and put all of it in. I will trade you my mom's recipes when she finally decides to teach me them. Yeah, we'll definitely take those. So that's a good trade. Soon Finnish restaurants will take off in Australia. Yeah, Nat needs to start branding for those Finnish recipes, so maybe they will get famous there. But yeah, I will put also, like my mother suggested, some salt in here for a bit of flavor, because again the mashed potato on itself doesn't taste like much, so put in a pinch of salt. Try not to poison it for Elina, so not put much.
And I'm just forming these little balls, shaping up the buns before we let them rise again for 30 minutes.
You could see some mashed potato fly into the bread oven there, which is very nice, which was intended. But yeah, that would be Elina's mashed potato. I'll
It's looking very fluffy.
take a spoon. But yeah, I don't know the consistency, like what would you prefer? I think like harder mashed potato will be good here, because trying to keep it in like formed in on top of those. But yeah, I will show you guys.
Because the mashed potato my family makes is quite runny.
Yeah, it's
So
like
it would
a
not be
preference
good
thing,
for
that's
this.
which one you like. But I guess for this, I would still argue that a stiffer mashed potato might be better. I wonder where's the lid for this pot then.
I think they go
That works at least.
nicely.
But yeah, then I'll take the massive pot, which is for mine. Runny mashed potato. Yeah, it's a weird one. Because again, like with many sauces and like gravy and stuff, like you also like make it runnier. So for that sake, I would like usually argue that the mashed potato should be rather stiff, because whatever you're adding to it will make it runnier. But yeah, I just hope that there's equal amounts, that I split it fairly.
But in my family, we do not have any kind of like sauce with the mashed potato. It's like eaten, I think. What would I say now? For example, with a sausage or something.
Oh yeah, I guess then it makes sense. Would make more sense then.
For if we have a sauce of some kind, then we will just eat potatoes.
I would eat potato milkshake.
Could be good.
Potato milkshake sounds diabolical, but I guess that could be a thing.
Actually didn't count how many we have. 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 14, 16. Oh, baby.
So then I would also need to take the milk, and I will also put butter in mine, because that's the traditional way of making mashed potatoes, to use butter in it. There's also this milk I'm using is like not full fat, but not like fat free either. I'm trying to see where's the percentage. It's 1.5.
We are missing one bun for some
Can't
reason.
believe.
I don't know what happened.
Can't believe this. And I fumbled the amount of buns we had. So she only has 9 then.
Yeah, it goes like this.
Can't believe this. There's the spoon for. So I could maybe take this opportunity and yes, I think skim milk is the like the non-fat one. So but yeah, the meat I have on this pot is starting to like, I don't know what's the word for it, but like like
deteriorates.
like tears in the pot. So that's the goal. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to take the.
Is it like pulled?
Yeah, like pulled pork is like the similar consistency. So yeah, I'll take a chunk of butter. Maybe even. I'm debating whether or not put it in there first or like after some of the milk. See if it stays there for.
Yeah, the kind of Karelian stew your family makes, it's very different
Yeah.
from my family.
Yeah, it's not the traditional Karelian stew, because my mother said that she hates it. That's the reason she makes it like that, because she doesn't like the traditional one.
Let us cover the buns.
But yeah, now I'm making again the mashed potato, this time the non-vegan version. So that's one for myself.
I need to.
But yeah, the pot is a bit too big for this, so it doesn't like go all the way to the bottom of it. I feel like it's struggling a bit. Well, yeah, I pour in some milk, mix that in there. Usually you should like go easy on the milk, because again you can make it too runny by accident, so you want to put in small amounts at a time. But yeah, this pot is really not helping because it's in like a weird angle. This machine is also struggling because there's so much potato here. Yeah, that's definitely enough milk there already. So I'll just put the butter in there next, and then some salt.
Yeah, I think
Salt
mine
too.
needed a little bit of salt.
You can add if you want. I
Yeah.
put in some, but I don't wanna poison yours.
I think I will use the
Yeah, that's an option too.
herbal salt because I love this.
So it has some herbs in it. That's basically otherwise
Yeah.
the same as.
I think this is like
So now I added salt on mine.
what brand?
But yeah, I will show you guys when I'm finished with it. Because again, I'll mix the butter in here as well. But yeah, this machine is truly struggling. The mixer here is like, I can't believe you're making me do another batch. So take a spoon. Oh yeah, I'm missing so many messages. Yeah, skim milk is better pretend group milk. Yeah, that one I read. I have uncovered more info on the firm I'm interviewing at. Apparently they mostly hire with fixed term contracts. So let's see what vibes are when I get there. Yeah, that's a good thing to know, but also like interesting to maybe sort of like watch out for if you're getting like other weird vibes from them, because they might have like some projects, and because of those they can only like hire you for that duration of whatever project they have starting, and they don't want to take a risk of like no project starting or whatever. So that could be like a reason for it, but still like from the employee point of view, it's uncertainty, of course. But yeah, I didn't use much of the milk. So
Did you show my mashed potato?
Yeah,
already?
I showed
Okay.
it, but
yeah.
if you make changes, you can also show it.
No, I didn't make enough. Just added a little bit salt. I don't think it will make it look any better or worse.
One of the agencies under my company does that too. Yeah, I think it's not too uncommon. Yeah, if they're big, that's not uncommon. Yeah, yeah. Because again, like if they have a set amount of contracts or projects that they work with, it could be like related to that. So not necessarily a problem. But again, if you get something like with a more solid contract, you would of course prefer it. Also important question, do you have a rolling pin? Yeah, we actually do have both a rolling pin, and then we have this thing called pulikka, which is like a similar thing, but for making the Karelian pies, that's like the special tool for it. But you can use the rolling pin, no problem, there's like hardly a difference. But yeah, the pulikka is just like a... Actually, I think Elina could maybe show it.
Yeah.
It's easier to show than try to explain.
Little moment, I will clean up this scale and put it where it belongs. Pulikka, yeah. Okay, so this is pulikka. It is like a little bit of oval kind of shape. I think this is like more agile.
Yeah, and I think it makes for like it's easier to like widen the sides with it, because it doesn't make it like a straight plane, but in like a curved way.
Yeah, I do not like using like the ordinary rolling pins.
Not a big company, just shitty financials, I believe. Oh yeah, that doesn't look promising. Yeah. But fixed term contract usually pays more, right? Or is it different in Finland? Well, getting it on your resume would still be huge. Yeah, it could still be like an opportunity to like get something, and like you could still like look for other stuff. I'm assuming that the contract would still have you could still terminate it. So I guess it could still be nice. Not necessarily. Usually they string fixed term contracts one after another, like permanent, until someday there's no money for some projects, so it's easier to fire you. Yeah, as in just not renew the contract. Yeah, yeah. So that's the downside of it. But yeah, here's my smashed potato. It's looking pretty much the same. So I don't think looks-wise there's much of a difference between these two, which of course could be assumed since the difference is whether it's milk or. Yeah, I could also, I guess, taste mine. So whether it needs salt or something else. Plain mashed potatoes, yum yum.
Yeah, this is a very large teacup. It's like, I think 7 deciliters. I
Also add some
drink
salt.
a lot of the tea. I have almost emptied it now.
Okay, frugality had that happen. Yeah, that's shitty. I would need to move as well for this one, so I'm not hopeful so far. Yeah, that doesn't make it like. If it was near you, I think that would have like been sort of like an option while you're looking for other stuff. But if you need to move, that's like a whole other deal. whole nother thing. So yeah, definitely not looking good or sounding too promising then. But yeah, we have the. Did you squash them?
Not yet. I will. They are still raising.
Yeah, I think the squashing was supposed to be done maybe before
Oh,
they were raised, but
okay.
I will check if I remember correctly. So I feel like there was the option of like you have to squash them again if they go.
Ah,
Oh yeah, yeah. So you squash them
true.
and then let them rest for 30 minutes.
okay. Do we use like
I think you can use a glass. Yeah, for sure.
glass? Yeah, I think this is the correct size. So
If
Squashimodo
you're
will
seeing-
go.
I'm assuming you can see this.
Oh, I need to just rotate it a little bit so they see you.
Oh yeah, I see. So
There
you can
are
then
our buns.
see the squashing action.
Let us squash some
So
buns.
first the flour, like put the
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, doesn't do much, but I guess that also means it shouldn't stick too much.
How? Boop.
Yeah, I guess that's good. Yeah, that looks like good to me. I can also do a few.
Yeah, you can do all of them if you want.
There.
You just need to move them away from each other. Oh no, use your hands. Or you are ruining the shape.
Can't believe I'd ruined the shape.
I can move them. I can't bear.
I'm here for squashing, not anything else.
Yeah, for I cannot bear to see you move them with the glass. My precious buns. I so lovingly.
But yeah, we should maybe have put them on like those cooking pans already, like lifted them there.
Yeah, that is true.
Maybe we should move them now.
Yeah. We have a mighty lot of flour there.
That is true.
Yeah. I wanted to be prepared. Where do I put this? Let's put it there for a moment.
This we could have had maybe just a bit larger glass for. I feel like it's
Okay, the second option is.
I think there's like the sides of it are rising so much. But I don't know.
But
I've
this is
seen
then
my
the-
mother use it a lot, like done these things in the past. So I don't think it's too bad. I don't think. Can we make like extend them now? I don't think. So we just deal with this. Here's some sheet paper ASMR for you guys.
Very much. Load them in. And remember, they will rise.
Yeah, I think we put in 3 on there. Like this.
But then we will have one extra.
Oh yeah, we need to make space for one then. So much flour on the bottom of this. Do they all have that amount of flour there?
Most definitely do.
Oh dear.
You need to wipe their bottoms.
Spank them a little bit.
Spank back. Yes, Aku doesn't like flour on the bottoms.
Yeah, just like plain flour is not something
I don't mind.
I don't like eating. So that's why I try to get most of the extra out.
I don't think you're going to get the one fit.
There's this thing that my mother also always has to do is she has to
Oh, you did.
cut them from each other because there is a possibility that they like swell so that they get like go next to each other and
So we just need to fill this up with the potato.
yeah, but first we need to put them underneath the cloth for.
Yeah, these
To
need
rise a
to
bit.
rise for 30 minutes, yeah. But we do have time here. I think I will clean everything into the sink.
Yeah, that makes it more awkward, yeah. My company will offer more money for fixed term contract over permanent to make fixed term more appealing and to make up for the risk of non-permanent position. Yeah, I don't think there's enough people here fighting for those jobs that, I mean, the there's like enough scarcity for those jobs that the companies would need to do anything like that. So unfortunately, I don't think the pay is much better for. I'll just try make these guys a bit larger from the inside. So I'll just press in a few more times with the glass.
Oh, there!
See what happens if I do this.
Why do you do it to mine?
Who says these are yours?
Because you have a 10 and I have 9.
I thought we make like half and half so that neither of us would have to wait for this to.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
Because I think we'll like cook them one at a time in the oven.
Yeah,
not
but
at the same time.
we need to mark them somehow then.
Yeah, of course we need to know which ones are which.
Yeah.
For the potato. But yes, there's some.
But we could also put them all in the oven.
Yeah, it is a possibility, sure. But yeah,
But
then we can just like switch one from there to here. That then we can have this as mine. I don't mind. Just try testing things.
Yeah.
That is a giant teacup. Yeah, they can usually get away with it because the jobs are so scarce already, and so people let it jump so much. So people take the job regardless. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the case. Oh wow, 700 milliliters. I need to get one. Yeah, interesting. Why do you squash them? So there will be mashed potato in the middle there. So that's what the mashed potato is for. So where did the last plate go?
What?
Mihin se viimeinen uunipelti meni?
What's
Sulla ei
that?
ollut enää. Ai se on siinä. I was blind.
Too near.
Blind man. Maksaa mulle yhdestä sitä toisesta pelistä vai jaetaanko me ne? Onko se miten helppo? Wonder what's the easiest.
I think it would be easiest for each of us to have our own.
Do you want one of these wider spread boys to test?
No.
Oh dear. She's a wide boy hater.
Very much.
We'll see if I will become one too. When I fight with these guys. But yeah, I will have one of these not wide ones as well, so I have one for testing.
I do think I need to make more tea. So I'm very sorry for the ASMR you are going to hear.
Let's see how I will fit this, because this sheet, or like the baking pan, is smaller than the other one. Because it's like a deeper angle. So there's a higher risk of these guys sticking to each other, since they're also like wider boys now. I feel like maybe a little bit.
There is so much flour.
These will definitely get connected. So these guys will make some connections for sure. Do you have a cloth for it? Yes, this one.
Yeah.
So again, 30 minutes underneath the cloth then.
No.
The flour is the 20th bun, yeah. Yeah, that is true.
That is true.
Preparation for childcare. Yeah, that's the smacking, that's, yeah. Potato pie. Yeah, there will be smashed potato on top of it, and then they will be dunked into melted butter, so that will be interesting. There's also the meat sauce. I thought you were going to say your mom always had to hit your butt. Yeah, no, I would not reveal those kind of informations. I would never. But yeah, I will now add in some, I think I will add in both some cream and then some milk into this meat stew thingy I have here. Because you're supposed to use, I think my mother usually uses like heavy cream. But I only have like light cream here. So do some stuff with like 10% or, yeah, 10%. So I will also use milk instead of water, so that will balance it out a bit, hopefully. We'll maybe also add in some butter to this, but I don't know if that's, I don't think that's something my mother does, so for that sake I won't do it. But yeah, I will continue now on the meat stew thingy here. Put in a decent pour of milk and then one of these cream thingies. I thought you were going to... Yeah, I read that. Can't believe it said that brutality. Elina sounded devastated. Yeah, she definitely wasn't expecting this second round of glass squashing. She hates the white boys, yeah, unfortunately. She's a hate. Can't believe this. I will hit your butt I will hit your butt, you amateur. For you, oh yeah, no, I understand, yeah. What kind of tea do you make?
Oh, it is, I think, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it is Chiang Mai matcha? Chiang Mai cha, yeah,
Can you show
sorry.
it to the camera? Maybe that's easy.
And this one is like green tea and then buffed up rice, and then it also have a little bit of matcha powder. I don't think I can show it.
So I just poured in some milk.
I will just pour some. Can you see it? I ordered this from one like Japanese shop from Helsinki. This is okay quality, I think.
Gen Maisha, very good.
Chiang
very
Mai
good.
cha, yeah.
Oh,
I do
Gen
like
Mai,
it
good
to
stuff.
drink it during summer times.
Not making that offer without Elina's approval is there.
What?
There's this hit your butt for you offer that police won't replicate without your approval.
My approval. Yes, you can hit Saxa Buenas, but
Can't believe you immediately went for the approval there.
he will not
Can't
let
believe-
you though.
Yeah, I will fight you.
For even I am not allowed to do that.
But yeah, so I have
There's
this
some.
meat sauce now. It's like fully covered in like milk and cream. So I will add in some. I think it's like corn, mostly like corn powder or something like that. Supposedly to make it like thicker.
Cornstarch.
Yeah, cornstarch, I guess.
There is also potato starch here if you want.
I don't think it matters which one I use. So I think it will be thicker regardless. There's hardly anything left in this one, but there's like a whole another one, so I guess we're good.
I need the bowl for the flour. I think I'll just.
What I'm hoping is that it won't be
One
like
from
lumps here, but
here.
we'll see. Because I've had it lumpy up before, so we'll see what happens here. The amount should be like small enough that it shouldn't matter. And then I was thinking I could maybe add some Worcestershire sauce. I don't know how to pronounce it. Worcestershire sauce. Oh yeah, it's just Worcester sauce, so I guess that's
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce. So this guy here.
Oh, they
that's
are pointed towards our.
Yeah, I don't know how much of anything you can see, but because I like this stuff, so I'll put in some more. I feel like it goes well with like brown sauce. Worcestershire sauce, yeah, exactly. That's the stuff. If you go into a store and ask for that, you should definitely get it. No issue, surely. But yeah, the key here is I like this meat sauce to be like thick in consistency. My mother always jokes that she can't make it too thick so that I wouldn't like it, but everyone else would be like, can't believe you've made it this thick, because that's how we speak, surely. Maybe actually continue with the potato starch if that's opened already.
It is. And it has a spoon in it.
Have you ever used MSG? I have to say that those three letters combined don't mean anything to me. It could be that I have, but just that it's not clicking. What would that be? MSG.
Is it the natrium glutamate then? But that is not M.
Yeah, I feel like there's some letters missing maybe. Is it for making like sauces thicker or monosodium glutamate? I feel like that could be the thing that
it is sodium.
We talked earlier, because that's what my thought, because there's like this in Finnish it's called natrium glutamate, but I feel like that would be the same then.
Yeah.
Because sodium is.
Yeah, I think it is quite What I was going to say.
It has a sentence. You know?
It is used in the Asian cooking much more than in Finland.
Yeah, definitely. But I feel like they came in the Finnish market at some like I don't know 80s or whatever, and many of the like older folk here got used to those flavors because I feel like it's umami or something. Is the flavor like we have like a separate receptor for that flavor only. So it is. For that reason, I feel like many people like it. And like I think I mentioned earlier that there's like four ways to eat these pyörös, and the one is this brown sauce thingy. Again, like I don't know how traditional these are. This is just how our family has always done it. So the one way is to do it with this brown sauce we have, so with these beef tenderloin pieces, and then the other is to use pickles, and then the third would be with ham. Like for example during like Christmas time you have this like ham is a tradition here. So similar ham to that. And then the fourth would be to just use plain butter. But then the fifth, which is a secret one, you know, it only unlocks if you're old enough here, is to use this monosodium glutamate, which is something my grandpa, for example, uses every time he eats this. So he just sprinkles that on those and eats them like that. So definitely a good thing. Also, I see Nat doing a Thalia beer. I don't know what was that for, because I'm so much delayed here. I also have a small quantity of that, not my favorite though. Okay, so I'm assuming that's for the tea, so for the genmaisha. Yeah, umami flavor. Yeah. So I got it correct. Yeah, add it to any savory dish. It's my version of Worcestershire. Yeah, I guess there's some similarity to it. How the fuck do I say it? Similarity to it.
Similarities.
Yeah, similarities between those. Yeah. But yeah, I guess in Finland the monosodium glutamate has like a bad rep. I don't actually know why though. Is it like, I don't know if it's like related to cancers or something. I don't know if there's anything like that, but I feel like just recently we had many of our like ham, and like when you get those like hams that you put on breads, there's been like a whole push for those to not have any added monosodium glutamate.
Is it like cured meats?
Yeah, I feel like those. But yeah, I can actually show
But
you
is it different, the curing of the meats?
Yeah, I don't think
or
it
are
has...
they like deli slices?
Deli slices I guess would be a word for it. But yeah, here for example I have this.
Yeah.
Like a pack of like ham you can put on bread, so you can see it from the bottom here, you can see through. So there's like slices of ham here. So in these there's been like a massive push just recently that they don't have any. But I'm trying to see if this one has it, because I remember there were like whole like branding on these packages that no added. But it could be that we're past that point, that we no longer like even mention it, or then they have started putting it back, I don't know. But I remember there was like, that was like a large thing that...
Yeah, it is similar to like in cosmetics, there is the paraben free or silicone free.
Yeah. Like whether that's needed or not is up to the people. It has a bad rep everywhere because of an incorrect research study done in the US a long time ago. The bad effects were proven to be wrong after the study. Okay, I see. Yeah, well, I guess that's the same here. So people give it the bad rep because of those.
So it is similar to parabens in cosmetics.
I don't know about any of those. There's a lump of potato flour here. It starch in this gravy of mine. Can't believe this.
Oh, those lambs are best.
Lambi buena.
Slimy lamb.
Yeah. Delicious lump of potato starch. Jesse, we have to cook. What are we cooking? We're making pyörö, which is like a Karelian dish. I don't know how like well known it is, but that's something our family has. Well, my mother has always made. So we're trying our best at it. So it's like a bun. So in Finnish it would be like sämpylä, which is then like pushed a bit in the middle. So there's like room in the middle, and then mashed potato will be put on there, and it will then be put into the oven. And then there's like brown sauce with like beef tenderloin. So it's a weird one. It's a weird dish, but yeah, that's what we're making. It also gets dunked into melted butter in the end there, so it's hella healthy. I can tell you that much. There's a weird connection between Karelian people and heart disease. for some reason. It's a mystery to the scientists. It has nothing to do with the butter usage, surely.
Yeah, Skelly, I have never heard of pyörös either before I met Saku.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I mentioned, I think this is like not so well known. Because again, like if you try to look for it in online, you hardly get any mentions of it.
Yeah.
So this is some rare Finnish knowledge you're getting. Like rare even for the Finns. A lot of butter, yeah. Has nothing to do with that, surely. But yeah, we have graduated from the Schedule 1 cooking inside the caravan to like actually cooking in the kitchen now.
I think we should cook outside if we wanted to have a better connection.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, so I was hoping that we could have this camera on my chest, but unfortunately the mobile data indoors doesn't really work because of like, I don't know, just recently we've noticed that the signals for our like mobile connections, like whether it be internet or just for calls and stuff, has gone downhill. Like we're hardly getting any connections indoors, so I think they had like turned the towers somehow or done something like that to mess it up.
Yeah.
Because outside it still works. All right, never heard, but sounds good. Yeah, I think that's the common for the Finns as well. So hardly anyone has heard of these, but we'll see if we manage to make them.
I think the sausage sizzle stream Nat is looking for, I think it will be on Juhannus maybe.
When's the sausage sizzle stream? You need to make them first. We need to know what we are working with.
Oh, I thought that we were just,
That's
grilling sausage and listening it sizzle.
I think that's like a whole dish in Australia.
Oh,
That's
I
what I
see.
understood. Because I kept saying it's sausage sizzler and Nat corrected me that it's sausage sizzle. So that has to be a dish. The taste of Australian democracy. Oh yeah, that's the thing goes. I remember they were talking about it that in like when they have these election days and stuff, that the politicians keep offering them sausage sizzles to go in and vote. So it's the same sort of tradition as in here. Like most of the politicians when they're rallying, they have like this sausage grilling stuff. So they grill sausages for the people to
I
go.
think I'll take off the apron. Well, it is a little bit warm here.
I think I will take off the lump of potato flour from the sauce. Yoink.
Where do I put you? Oh, Finnish minutes.
Complete.
Wait,
Can you
I'm
sign it?
getting ready.
Can you sign it?
Oh, I have a timer going already. Okay, it starts now.
Kuka sen oikein otti?
Kata.
Gataakki, voi pojat, minkä teit. Sitten on parasta, kun normaalisti sanoisi just jonkun semmoisen, että en voi uskoa tätä englanniksi, niin sitten koittaa tässä vetää sitä samaa suomeksi, niin ei oo helppoa. Ei oo helppoa.
Sun pitää vaan samalla äänenpainolla sanoa se.
Se, totta tämä.
Ei voi sanoa murteella, mutta
Tämä
aksentilla.
samalla aksentilla painetaan sitten vaan menemään. Mutta tosiaan tuo on kyllä melkein hankala tuo kielen vaihtaminen sillä, että jatkaisi vaan sitten samasta aiheesta puhumista, koska kun kuitenkin miettinyt se etukäteen ja se lause ja kaikki, niin, tai ainakin suunnilleen se suunta on jo tiedossa, niin se, että vaihdat sitten vaan lennosta kieltä, niin ei ole mitenkään kovinkaan helppoa. Mutta joo, pitää varmaan taas pyytää tosiaan Natalia siitä, että se voi kääntää noille muille, että mistä me puhuttiin.
Kyllä. Litterointi ja kääntö.
Sargent, mitä olet tehnyt? Tuohan se on niin kysyvässä muodossa sillä, että se ei ole ehkä semmoinen, että mikä se ehkä englanniksi olisi se tarkoitus, mutta tuo kuulostaa vaan siltä, että siinä pitäisi vaan vastata sitten, että miten päiväsi on mennyt. Mutta joo, suomen kieli on vaikea kieli.
Oho, me ollaan kuule yliajalla 10 sekuntia.
We went over by 10 seconds, can't
Oh
believe this.
dear, I was not.
Yes, I agree. Very convincing point. Cheapest white bread with the sausage diagonally placed. Add sauce and onions optional. Fold in half and enjoy democracy. So, is it like cheapest white bread? Would that be like toast bread then? Or like, is it still like a bun sort of? Surely not my turn to translate again. Polish is way more fluent. Oh yeah, that is actually true, yeah. Yeah, you definitely brought that upon yourself, brutality, so now you need to translate what we were discussing about. But yeah, I actually said that, Sergeant, what have you done? Like, I think that's what you translated. But the way that like comes in Finnish sounds like What have you been up to? Like sort of like in a casual way, so it's not sounding like what have you done? Can't believe you done this. But I guess again it depends on how you pronounce it. But just like casually saying mitä olet tehnyt sounds like what have you been up to?
Okay. It's looking good.
Yeah, the meat sauce is looking quite nice.
Bubbly.
I would like it to be thicker, but I will see if that happens. It's regular bread, but what's like? I'm still curious because like what's regular bread for you guys? Because we have like the toaster bread, then there's like this sort of like French bread, which is like white bread again. There's like loaves of bread, like different kinds. So I'm curious if it's just like a smallish, like a sort of like a bun, I guess.
Yeah.
If that's the, because again, like it's not a hot dog, then I'm assuming, so it's like an actual sausage. So I feel like it's just a hot dog with a sausage, but that could be oversimplifying it. Maybe I will get now all the hatred for like you can't believe you're saying it's like a hot dog with a sausage.
Yeah, I was imagining it being like a toast.
Yeah, that's what I like immediately went for. That it's just like a toasted bread or like what you can toast. Toast bread, I guess. Okay, yeah, so it would be similar to that. But yeah, we need not to make them, so we know we have like examples of like what are we working with then.
Most definitely.
Then we could make like a Finnish twist to it. So I don't know, because in Finland you have like this. There's like a tradition of like grilled food, so like those grills that you can drive to, like drive-in grills and stuff, and they have like all sorts of like sausage with potatoes and stuff like those. There's like also just of course like plain sausages, but then there's like meat pies with the sausage inside it, with like hot dogs inside them. Then there's like mustard and ketchup, and then there's usually like a pickle salad sort of, with like also mustard in it and stuff. So there's like all sorts of weird things.
Okay, this flat square bread.
Okay, yeah. Flat square bread, the one you put in toaster but not toasted. Yeah, that's what I was assuming, that it's not toasted, but it's the same kind of bread. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So it would be easy to make, I guess. But yeah, that just, to me, sounds like a poor man's hot dog with like a, I would say it's still better to have a sausage than a hot dog, but still like with the bun being just like a toasted bread. But again, I'm fishing out a lump of flour, so I guess I'll just take it out since I'm mixing it, finding those. So I guess the amount of how much potato flour / cornstarch you put in there, you need to be careful with so that doesn't like lump in there. I have such an urge for makkaraperunat. Okay, so there's another sausage for frugality. So makkaraperunat just means sausage with potatoes, basically. Sausage potatoes. But that's like a dish in here, so you have like either, I think the cheapest way to do is like fries. I think it's also like quite a common one for like when you go into a driving grill, that they have just like fries with like sausage pieces. But there's like other potatoes you could use. But usually in like grills you have them like deep fried potatoes for it. I will check if I missed any. Yeah, regular bread has to be cheap plain white bread, similar to Wonder Bread in the US. Oh no, my use of Google Translate exposed. That's what I assume, that's what happened there. Not bun like toast bread, I guess. Yeah. So that's the. Australia's just poor man Britain. Yeah, I guess we have the same like for example with those like grilling dishes that we have from the grills. They're just like quite simple with like the spices and stuff. That it's mostly like ketchup and mustard, and those are quite recent because I don't think we've had those. Like if you go back hundreds of years, I don't think they go long enough to have like a tradition. But again, like what Elina mentioned, that it's hard to like what are the traditional Finnish foods that we ate for like hundreds of years, because that's mostly like tree bark, because we were poor and in famine. So there's we could do some actually traditional Finnish recipes, and we'd go peel a tree and add some of that bark into the flour of the bread, because that's what they actually had to do here, because they didn't have enough flour for like just the actual flour, so they had to extend it with tree bark, and that gave people like stomach issues and like it's not made for eating. But that's part of our history, that people had to mix in some tree bark into the food they ate because there wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think the folk people, or well, commoners, I think they ate like a porridge kind of things. They added flour to pot of water, and then some meat if they had something,
like
or
lardo.
vegetables or lard, something like that.
Fat
Yeah.
and stuff.
and then ate like if they had milk, they would eat like different kind of fermented milks, mostly like viili. I don't think it has.
Yeah, I wonder what's the name for
What
that.
is viili?
If there's a translation for it, but it's like this. Like I think it's similar to the paste that you would use for putting wallpaper on. Like the consistency is similar. Is there an English word for it? Because it's somehow like fermented milk, like yogurt kind, but
Nordic kind of sour milk.
I see. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much.
Similar to yogurt, but less sour.
Okay. But yeah, it's this weird, like gluey, like consistency,
Yeah.
like this, like slimy, I would say. But yeah, certain urge for makkaraperunta, I see where that could happen. Like, how did that come? Poor man's hot dog, although I prefer that kind of sausage. Yeah, I would also like hot dog versus sausage. I would also think that sausage would be better. There's like a massive sausage culture here. I don't know if anyone else has it, or if that's like a thing in other countries. But we have like, if you go to like a grocery store, like especially larger ones, there's so many different varieties of sausages, like stuff with cheese in them, like chili bits, and like there's like blue cheese inside the sausages. There's so many different kinds. They come up with new ones every year because there's like massive amount of sausages being eaten during summertime, so they go all out for those. But then there's of course just the plain ones, but like I mentioned, there's so many flavored sausages in here. Makkaraperunat looks like Finland's version of a halal snack pack. I've never heard of that, but I'm assuming it could be similar, yeah. Because like makkaraperunat, they could even have like meatballs in them. They could like have a twist of those. So there's like all sorts of things that you can add. But usually it's like ketchup and mustard, and then there's like this pickle salad. So it's like cubed pickle, like small bits of pickles, and then there's like mustard and stuff on it. So that's like a pickle salad here. The power of Australian dishes is that we take dishes from other countries and then modify them like the HSP. Oh yeah, that's the halal snack pack then. Yeah. Flour, water, and meat if you're lucky sounds lovely. Yeah, that's the that's the traditional Finnish dish. So we'll make that next. So we'll have a huge pot. We'll just throw in some of the cheapest stuff we find, like on the ground, mainly because we can't afford to go to a shop, and there's like no shops in the medieval times.
Maybe the stream starts with us trying to hunt some meat.
Yeah, we'll run after the pheasants there on the plot. Unsuccessful. Actually, they might be tame enough that they just let you catch them, because they are like quite tame because people are leaving them alone. So I think blue cheese in the sausage. Yeah, that's like one of the things they've come up with, and that's like I would say it's a good one. There's also like feta cheese inside the sausage with like palate pepper. That's one of the cheeses, like just one of the sausages that come to mind. That's like one mix, like remix of a normal sausage is one that has feta cheese and black pepper. Then, like I mentioned, there's a variety of different cheeses. Usually it's like more of like a normal cheese, so like cheddar cheese type of cheese inside them, like just chunks of cheese. And those things are like dangerous because those hot cheese sausages, if you like heat them over a fire or whatever, and then bite into them, the cheese inside there is like on melting point, so it's like extremely hot, and then when you bite into it, it's like sprays out of the sausage, like it bursts out of there. So that's like how you get like actual burns on yourself, is you get bloody lava cheese from your sausage.
Yeah, that's my favorite kind of sausage. We also have many kinds of vegan sausages.
Yeah, those are
Finland,
like,
and they are nowadays very good. I remember when the first, I'm not sure if it was the first vegan sausage, but one of the first ones definitely. It was like from Bouttu, I think, which is quite big brand in Finland.
Making meat products.
And I just couldn't finish the sausage. It was so awful. I think it had like some kind of like bergamot peel or some weird, very, very weird spice in it.
I can make sour milk too, just give me a few sunny days. I can't believe this. Matt is a big fan of the halal snack pack. Meat, often lamb, chips, then usually 3 sauces. Barbecue, garlic, forget the other one. Oh, I see, okay. Yeah, it could, because again, like with those makkara perunots, those like the sausage box kind of thing we have, I feel like that's also something you can put like mayonnaise or like aioli or like something like garlic mayo and stuff on them. So that's not too uncommon. So I feel like they are similar, yeah. I guess we can start with them.
Yep. I think our
My dad
buns are...
just found out the Queen of England died because a public holiday changed from Queen's birthday to King's birthday. Very nice. Garlic and barbecue sauce my go-to. Yeah, that sounds good. No way.
Oh
My dad
dear.
is very unaware of things, many things in Australian culture. Oh dear.
We have a rice and a little...
Can you tilt the camera so the chat also
Oh,
sees
yeah.
why you're
Now
reacting
it's
to?
something to happen on the table again, so you...
Does Finland have many public holidays? It depends on the year, because we have many of the, like some of the holidays, like of those, like which are like days off for people. Many of them are not like on a certain weekday. So, for example, like the midsummer is always the like, is it like third Saturday of like June? But we have many of those that are, for example, like I guess it's the same for you, everyone. That's like, for example, Christmas Eve. So the 24th, then that's like, it depends on like whether it hits the weekdays or if it's during the weekend. So like it changes a bit every year. But I feel like compared to other countries in the world, I feel like we do have at least the same amount as everyone else. So I feel like that's good. But yeah, I don't think it needs to have like necessarily a massive hole in there. I just feel like they need to be somewhat flat. So
Yeah.
I think mine at least are looking quite good. This one maybe.
I want the hole in it.
Okay, we can do the hole.
But you can do yours the way you
I
want.
think I will just put in one test with the hole, but other ones I will leave.
Do you have any specific temperature for the oven?
Yeah.
Or is it like
I think it's
200?
225 or something. I check.
We will use the circle.
But yeah, does Finland have many public holidays? It depends on the year, but there's like these, I think something like 10-ish per year, like those national days off for everyone basically. But even then, like I say everyone, but like even then most of the stores are open, so everyone that works in those days still need to work. It depends on, of course, their shifts if they get any or not, but they also get paid more. So it's like double pay usually for those.
Yeah.
So those days, so I think most of them don't complain. Mayo on HSP is heresy. I don't know about the HSP, but in here I think makkara perunot you can definitely put mayo on them and people would be just like thinking, yeah, that's normal. Which one was, this is mine?
That's yours.
Yeah, because I think we'd make room for the mashed potatoes, so you can start putting yours on and I'll put mine.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the mashed potato on them now. No, where do we fit with these?
Thinking maybe I put all mine on.
I feel like I've seen my mother do it with 2 spoons.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll
Give me
you-
a
I'll give you
spoon.
another one. Should already have one there.
Yeah, I do. One is a bonnet.
What did I do? Oh yeah, there was an ad break, so you probably just missed me moving the... Or maybe we went past it already. But yeah, if there's anything you guys missed, let me know and I'll repeat what part was the ad in. But yeah, I'm trying to make sure that this meat thing is getting thicker, but it's also not like burning and stuff, so that's why I keep coming in for it and stirring it a while.
How much should we put in?
I don't know. Like that's the best question. I think it needs to be like more so that they're like the sides of it.
Okay.
Just now, yeah, like 1 minute ago. Yeah, that's mad. Maybe I should upgrade to adding chili too. Now my tolerance is slowly increasing. Yeah, I like a bit of it. Like I don't want it to be overpowering on foods, because that's what usually happens if you put in too much like spicy stuff that you can't really taste anything else.
Yeah, I used to love a lot of chili in my food, but then I just realized it does hide the taste. And I prefer to taste my food.
I don't know how this works. I think I'll just put in a small pile everywhere and then try to spread them. Because I feel like now that the mashed potato has cooled down a bit, it's so much stiffer than it would have been if it was warmer. Actually, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it is not.
It's still quite easy to maneuver and mold.
Of course, I do not know the consistency. It seems to be quite... much like
But
mine.
yeah, these two guys will definitely stick to each other. But I remember that my mother just uses a knife and cuts them loose from each other. So that's not necessarily an issue if you get them stuck
Yeah.
to each other. But yeah, we'll just press the mashed potato on top of them, and I guess the amount here depends on you, how much of the mashed potato you want on each of them. I once again try to aim for the maximum amount, as is natural for me.
Yeah, that is even more than your mother uses. I don't think your mother uses that much.
Yeah, I don't think she uses a lot, so you can again
It's like more on
eat it
the
out.
amount I use. Your mother uses.
So maybe Elina and my mother make it wrong. Can't believe this.
Oh.
But yeah, I wonder if any of my relatives are watching, like if my mother is here watching and judging silently. So I don't think I showed her how to chat. I don't know if she would like to even, but because if we are to chatting in English, I don't know if my mother would like to chat in English, but I guess for her it wouldn't matter if, like, I wouldn't mind if she were to send messages in Finnish, but that she's too shy to start messaging here. But yeah, now we just put in some mashed potato on top and hope for the best.
Yeah, I think mine are good. Oh, there's mashed potato left. I might just, eat it while waiting for my buns to be cooked, for I am a little bit hungry.
I have to say I'm also getting hungry here.
Yeah, usually I eat the breakfast, but now today, I didn't.
Chat, did you hear she skipped breakfast for you guys?
I sure did. I did drink my morning cocoa though.
Yeah, I haven't eaten or, well, I did drink a half a glass of water there, you saw me do it. So there was some gulp of ASMR there, but then again I rarely eat breakfast, so it's, I guess, somewhat normal. I guess that's also, I thought of it like some time ago that, like, when Sergeant Gatak, you were here and you were saying that the lunch looks massive, and it is. I'm not saying it's not, but I think one reason is that we don't, at least I don't eat breakfast here. So my brother also said the same, that yeah, he's the same kind, so he just eats a massive lunch instead, and I don't think that's like healthy or good for you, but that's just how I've got into it. Because I'm such a not morning person that just the thought of food also like not a good thing for me. It's something I'm looking forward to in the mornings. But yeah, these guys will definitely get bigger in the oven as well, so they will like spread out wideward. So you will see that if I need to take a larger container for the butter, because it could be that these guys won't fit inside the glass jar I was thinking of using.
Yeah, I think we would have been okay with, putting half of your pyörös on my baking, what is this?
Baking sheet.
Baking sheet. Doing half and half, because we would have recognized.
Yeah, I think we might have been able to.
Mine.
Mayhaps. Just mayhaps. Can't believe the banter she's giving me now. My perfect pyörös are hurt. Yeah, I'll take a upwards view. Also smacked the mashed potato with the phone. Hello. Can't believe you guys got a taste of the potato as well with that smack.
Yeah, you still have some left.
Yeah, there's some smashed potato
You
left.
try to pile it on.
Yeah, I have to use all of it. I have to use all of it. I'm just checking if this guy has less than the others. It's like a wider boy. I guess when I'm pressing it down, it also like widens them a bit, so you have to be careful with that. But yeah, these guys are already connecting, so there's no way that they won't touch when they get cooked. But again, like I mentioned, my mother also, it's also creating this delicious thing that when they are touching each other and you have to cut them apart, you break the cooked dough. I'm not sure if you can see my hand waving signals here, but when you have to cut them from each other, that thing there, the cut, soaks up the butter in a way that it otherwise doesn't, so that comes in like a delicious crispy thing. So I'm like not opposed to having those. So there's a reason for maybe even wanting those. But yeah, I guess we're done. Is the oven? It's not done yet.
No, not done yet.
But yeah, I have actually this amount of mashed potato left. So you can see it, yeah. So not too much. Elina, I think, has more. She has such a
More.
depressing amount of potato on hers.
They're good.
Especially this one looks sad.
They're good.
That's definitely less than my mother uses, but I think mine has more than what she uses. Because again, the dough rises, so it will make it look like there's less. What's happening now?
I've been putting a little bit of olive oil in here.
How long does it take to
Oops.
cook? It should be 25-ish minutes. 20 minutes was I think what she suggested. She
Yeah.
said that minimum 20 minutes. So we'll see when the oven clicks that.
It should be.
I think it will
Pretty
be
soon.
close already.
Yeah, it is
it's
quite.
okay. Should we put these in there then?
Yeah. Good. Oh yeah.
Smack. Put mine down here. And then yours. Put yours here. If I can, there is. So now they're both there. There's like this circular everything on our oven, so you can put in 2 plates at once because there's like a fan at the back of it, so it
Do you
circulates.
mind giving my phone? Yeah, it does.
There's the stream running, it seems. Can't believe
Yeah,
this.
it does.
Okay, so my brother coming in to rescue.
Oh
Burgers
dear.
don't have enough mashed potatoes on top of them. I disapprove those. Yeah, that's the right thing to do. Can't believe Elina messed up those pyörös that bad. Nice spoon technique, yeah. Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw my mother done like many a time, so I immediately knew that's the way to do it. Okay, I'm gonna scroll up so that if I missed anything. HSP's chili sauce is never very spicy. Don't trust me though. My spice tolerance is monstrous. Yeah, that's like a one thing that when you go for like different places and like order stuff, and they are like, yeah, there's like one chili or like whatever the scoring is. It's like it depends so much on like the company and like the restaurant and stuff. So it's hard to tell people if something is spicy or not with our different tolerances and stuff. But yeah, the meat sauce is looking better, so the meat is now starting to break. That's what I like. If you ever make HSP and put mayo on it, I will fly to Finland to come find you. But so that would be like the easiest way to get you here. That sounds like a promise, not a threat. If only we could get Nat and her father and mother to do the same kind of thing, so we would have like a Australian get-together here. What would be abominational enough for Nat's parents to be like, yeah, I would find you, I will hunt you down. I'm just curious, asking for a friend. Mayo on HSP, yeah. Nice spoon technique, I mentioned. I put lao gao ma chili oil on any Eastern style dish. Oh, I see. I think, Elina, you have used like chili oil at some point. Or have you had it? Or was it something else that I'm mixing it? There's at least pesto and stuff that has had chili in them. I feel like there's different. Maybe I'm mixing it to that, so it's just not oily in that sense. Yeah. The pot is like going hella fast, considering I put it in like the lowest of heats. So I'm slightly worried that it will like start sticking to the bottom. I'm trying to stir it from the bottom of the pot so that it doesn't stick. Because again, there's like now milk in it, so that thing is notorious for burning. The potato difference is huge. Yeah, I didn't even realize it before I saw what Elina had done. The abominations she had made. As a breakfast enjoyer, I don't approve of this. Yeah, I know. I should start eating breakfast. It looks nice. My parents use some sort of Fujian chili oil. I use about 0.01 deciliter of chili oil. That's a weird way. That's a weird way to say a measure, considering you could have just as easily used the 1 milliliter then. Fuyun is basically the same thing. Haha, it's so... Wait, it jumped again. Can't believe this. Where did it go? Because it's weird, because when I like pull on it, it immediately thinks that I want to go to the bottom of it, so I like it jumps so much. Fuyun is basically the same thing. It's so good for noodle dishes or plain rice dishes. Yeah, okay, I see. How long does it take to cook? Yeah, that's I answered, so 20 to 25 minutes. Elina's pyörös don't have enough mashed potatoes on top of them. Yeah, I have to repeat it because that's true. Can't believe this. Example, and I'm the retired Viking we saw before. Yeah, he's my brother. So you saw him in like a week or so when he came in and delivered some mail to the van, to the caravan, and I forgot it there. Instead of like, if he had kept the mail at his place, I went by that place when I was leaving. I just forgot the mail in there. So, but yeah, you saw him. I've had some wildly spicy mild food out before. Yeah, welcome to Finland's sausage sizzle. Yeah, we'll do a sausage sizzle, but I will buy like a pack of each of different sausages. So we'll have like 40 times 4. Because again, like in Finland, most of the sausages packed are packed in 4. So when you buy a pack of sausages, usually 4 sausages. That definitely like differs a bit, but mostly it's like the common one is 4 sausages on one package. So we'll have like 100 plus sausages and I will die. My dad wants to see the house and my mom wants to see the frogs. Oh yeah, I will eat the frogs. What the hell, Katak? What the hell? Not the frogs. Yeah, what is this? They're also plushy, so I don't know if you should. Can't believe this. I will eat the house. What the hell is happening, guys? You guys are clearly hungry. Maybe this cooking stream was a mistake. You guys are getting too hungry there.
Are they talking about our frogs or what frogs?
They're talking about the plushy frogs my mother has made that are in the basement floor.
Ah, okay.
I showed them when Nat raided us when I dropped the microphone on the ice and stuff. So that's it. But yeah, do we have a timer for the oven?
We do.
Okay, that's good. 40 sausages for me. Yeah, that would be. I would need some help to finish those sizzles if I were to. But yeah, it would be actually interesting, because I'm assuming you guys then use like a plain sausage, like just like a normal sausage with nothing in it. Because again, like in Finland, we have this whole sausage culture where you like put stuff inside the meat of the sausage. So there's like mixed stuff in there. Can be like, of course, there's like this rye based sausage as well with like blood in it and stuff. So that's like a whole different thing. But yeah.
Black sausage.
Yeah, I would say black pork here is, I would assume, the most common, like having pork meat. But I guess it's like a mix of meat. So I think there's other stuff into it. And there's like this whole thing that there's like things that can be considered meat. So mainly being like the skin and like the joints and stuff being like, well, the chewed up and stuff. So there's like this percentage that they have to show on the package about like what's the meat percentage, and that's usually, depending on the sausage, can be anywhere between like 50 to like 90 something. So there's like differences between the sausages on like how much of it it's actually like flour and how much of it is like actual meat. But even then there's like this debate on like what's the actual meat, what's the amount of like things that can be considered meat. So the quality differs quite a lot. But again, like with the spice sausage, it's obviously less meat and more of those things that kept being added, so cheese and stuff. So blood sausage snag would be interesting. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the blood sausage myself. Yeah, no. Actually, I don't really like any foods with just like blood in them, because we have like these blood crepes or whatever you'd call them.
Yeah, true.
So like, because we have different like crepes, I guess that's the word in English. So we have like just the plain ones, the normal ones you put in like jam on them and stuff. Then we have like spinach ones as well.
Yeah, those are very popular.
Yeah, spinach crepes are a popular thing, and then we have like blood ones. So it's like flour with blood basically mixed and then fried, or whatever, however you make them. But I'm not a fan of like any products with too much blood in them. So not a fan of those.
Yeah, I used to love blood sausages. My mother made them for us like maybe once a month. Or, well, she didn't make the sausage, but she bought it from the
and just cooked them.
store and cooked it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone in our family were a big fan of those, because I don't think my parents, for example, ever made them. So I've only eaten them in like school.
blood crepes for the next stream.
Oh God.
How
I
about it?
request blood crepes all day.
Saku will make the blood crepes and I will make the spinach ones.
But I'm the one that usually eats the spinach ones here.
It'd
So
be
we
like
need to
that.
flip it up. We just have to use some blood that's not, animal. So I'll just, give some blood and we'll make some sausages from them.
Ah, yeah.
I have my blood is thick enough. It's almost already like in the consistency, because it's the amount of hemoglobin I have is massive. So that makes for thicker blood.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're the same. So
Yeah, we both have the genetics for blood sausage.
yeah, because I remember like here, if you like volunteer and like donate blood, you don't get paid for it. It's not like I think in some countries you do, but they like you can then go in and eat there. Basically, there's like some snacks and stuff that they let you, but it's basically like volunteering. It's like donating blood, but in here there's like this upper level of how much can your hemoglobin be, and I think it's like 195. And I remember I joked with one of the employees there, because like I've had it measured and it's been like at lowest it has been like 180, basically like 181. I remember my father saying that he's had it like lowest was like 184 or something. So it's like in genetics was. But I remember like joking with the employees there that if it goes above the 195, that it's thick enough that they just send it to the sausage factory and they just wrap it up and that's already a sausage. so that's the thickness of the blood being with the hemoglobin. I don't know how much of a link there is between those two, so I don't think it actually makes it much thicker. But there's apparently, with the higher hemoglobin, there's this risk of like blood pressure and like heart conditions and stuff, because it's like apparently harder to pump it. So there's a downside to that. But I think for like if you are a cross-country skier, then that would be like the optimal one.
Yeah, that's what my doctor said to me, that I just have to start skiing.
Yeah,
because mine is usually over the limit for females.
Yeah, because it's a lot lower for females there.
Which is like 160, I think, is the upper limit.
Yeah, could be for women, yeah. Amateur blood sausage, yeah, we would make our own stream. This is hot sausage made from me. But yeah, I don't know if Twitch TOS is too happy about like bloodletting. if we were to like get a needle, like, yeah guys, we're making some blood sausage today, let's put this in here and then start sucking. So yeah, maybe not. We'll have to check the TOS. I feel like it comes back negative, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I guess I could start melting the butter already, because I think that will also take a small while.
But there is the tradition in Finland of bloodletting by,
what do we think?
cupping.
Is this? I don't think the guys will fit inside this.
No.
But what will I use then? Is the question, I guess. I guess one of those would work, yeah. I'll just melt some butter in here. Match a blood sausage, yeah. That's the next cooking stream will be.
This tradition, I don't think it is only in Finland. I think it is called cupping.
Yeah, I feel like that's the word.
Kuppaaminen.
Yeah.
So they make a little...
I feel like that's also like in Asian cultures.
Yeah, I think it is.
They put in like this, like I think at the moment that like if you go for those nowadays, you would have like these rubber things with like a small hole, like a needle in them, and they just put those with like suction cup thingies, and then they like fill with blood. There's like, I think, claimed health benefits. I don't know if they are real or not. I've
it
done
is
research.
letting out the bad blood.
Yeah, but like, if that's a good thing or not, I feel like the body can mostly filter out the bad stuff. So just letting out blood, probably not a good thing.
Yeah, it is good if you have very high hemoglobin.
Yeah. For that reason, you could like. I remember my doctor one time saying that I should always go to donate blood when I'm able to. So there's like this, like limit that you're not supposed to go more than I think like 3 times a year for men, or what was it? But anyways, there's like you can't go there every week because you have to get some of that blood back before you go again. But yeah, I'm gonna take a chunk of butter. Hopefully that's enough.
Okay. My goodness.
Because again, it's for the dipping part.
It's like at least 100 grams, maybe 150 grams of butter.
we'll see. Interesting, haven't heard of it before. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I would assume that it would be like widely known. But again, it's like I feel like it's in some cultures, and again the health benefits I feel like are non-existent. But I could be wrong. But I feel like it's mostly a sort of like a belief thing that like bad spirits and stuff are inside your blood and stuff like that. So that's where I connected it at least.
Yeah, I just needed to.
Your butter intake is 1 meal is my yearly intake. Yeah, I've never done this before, so I don't normally eat this. Like I have done some calorie counting, and my normal meals are between like my daily intake. I'm trying to keep it around 2,000 calories for this thing. Obviously, just this amount here I think is 2,000 calories or something. This is massive. So these cooking streams you're getting is not an accurate representation of my daily lunches. But yeah, it is the Karelian way, so it's the way we have to do it. But yeah, usually when you heat up butter, you should keep it in somewhat slow power, and then like short times like short spins, and then mix it in between, so it doesn't start burning or like boiling at one point and not do anything on the other. Microwaves are like quite an unreliable source for heating stuff, so you need to mix stuff well. But yeah, it is a lot of butter.
Oh.
How far are we with how long have they been in the oven now?
Almost 15 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah,
microwaves always heat unevenly. Yeah, that is true. I'm trying to think what tool should I use. Maybe I'll just use a fork here. Do you not use a microwave cover normally? Yeah, it depends. Yeah, we have it over there, but I'm slightly lazy with it. If I know the food will be like popping and like blasting everywhere, then I use it. But I'm usually lazy with it.
Yeah, I'm the one that cleans the microwave.
Yeah, that's why I'm the lazy one. Not that I see Elina use it either, but...
No, I don't use it either. I just forget. And I don't use the microwave that often.
Yeah, I guess I'm the one mostly using it. But again, like the jars I use, they have the lid on them. So I generally use the lid on them when I heat it. So I feel like that's my excuse at least.
I have no excuse.
But yeah, I feel like this butter amount might not even be enough, because it will be hard to dump them in here if there's only a little bit on the bottom there. But we'll see, because the one thing I was also trying to think is, do we have another? Yeah, we actually do. That's a good thing. Because I was thinking if we have more of these pliers, I guess would be the word for these. So you like these grill things, because now I can like pick those up and put them in there and then pull them out. So I'll use these for the dipping action. My mom would hit me for microwaving food without the cover, so it is ingrained into me. Yeah, that sounds extreme.
That sounds rough.
Yeah, that sounds extreme. But I guess that's the easiest way to keep it ingrained to you, that you need to use it. But yeah, I guess this might be enough. Just that the shape of this bowl might not be optimal, because it widens so much to the sides. Very normal for Asian culture, yeah, unfortunately.
Oh. I think pulling hair was normal in Finland.
Yeah, for the longest time, yeah.
And of course spanking.
Yeah.
I have never been spanked. I think it was most definitely not normal when I was a child anymore. But pulling hair was. I think.
Yeah, we got quite a physical growing up. Me and my brother, so there was definitely more than just pulling hair for us. But I feel like that's mostly in the past with how like we are taught nowadays to raise children.
Yeah.
Put it in there for just 10 seconds, so it would be like clearer. Because now it's like this foggy
pulling
thing.
hair is quite painful.
Yeah, that for sure is painful. Yeah.
I think I got my hair pulled like maybe 2 times.
Yeah, we got our shit rocked.
But nowadays
weekly.
it is very, very, very highly recommended against.
Yeah, look
that
down
is
upon and
very, very chain. But
yeah. Yeah, now we have like melted butter. I will show you because I will probably flip it and it's on the mat then. So I'll avoid, because you guys know what melted butter look like. If you don't, you will soon know because of you will be making the same dish. But yeah, the meat here is deteriorating or like going into pieces quite nicely. This thing is looking hella good. So I feel like timing wise we are quite nicely here because again there's like half an hour till Nat starts, assuming she's on schedule, and she rarely is off schedule, so I'm assuming she is. So we have a probably get a taste test before the. But yeah, we're also thinking if there's stuff that we need to prepare. But I guess there's time for that.
yeah, I can take the pickled
Yeah.
cucumbers straight from the bottle.
Yeah, I guess I can do the same. I hit pretty early, so my parents stopped hitting me early because it would hurt them more than it did to me. Yeah, I guess you would be like an adversary there, like a strong enough opponent. I wonder should we maybe flip the oven, like the pans in there just to make it more even. So for that time I will take off the fan so that it doesn't just blow the air at me when I'm doing it. And
how are we going to do it?
I'll just switcheroo if I can, that is. Just put this, I think I can hold it for that long. But it's not. How is it working? This one goes here then. Is the bottom plate on the correct one? Because I feel like it. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it wasn't there. Oh,
now it's there. Is it the alarm already?
it's 20 minutes now, so it
Okay, so we'll give it another 5, I think.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they could be. So yeah, what happened during the ad break was me flipping the oven plates. So there was hardly anything you missed. Just us getting a lot of hot steam on our faces. Yeah, now I need to put the fan on again on the oven so that it circulates the air.
I'm already almost done with my mashed potato.
I don't know who closed the window because it's getting hot in here again. Can't believe that happened.
Oh dear.
Can't believe this. But yeah, I think like summertime is rarely the time that you would start cooking that much in the ovens. At least here I would think people prefer to do some salads and stuff during summer times and like grilling outside because of like the ovens heating up the houses and then you have to like use aircon to cool it down and stuff. So for that sake, I think people mostly do food outside when possible. Of course the weather, like depending on if you have a terrace or something, roof above your grill. I love hot steam in my face, especially with that hot towel. Yeah, with those I guess it wouldn't be too bad. I will fill my
Sounds like you would like sauna.
Yeah, sauna would probably be something you'd enjoy. Surely.
Whole body hot steam.
Yeah. But yeah, my mother usually has a like a bowl with a sort of like a filter in the bottom of it. So like a plastic with holes in it. And that's like underneath the, like on the bottom of the plastic bowl or whatever she has. And that's for like when the things leak the butter out. That thing like collects the butter in the bottom there. So I don't know what we'll use for that. If I just put them back on the plate, I could just maybe put them back there. Because then when they leak the butter, they will leak it on there.
You could also take a big plate and put this on top.
Yeah, but I don't want to be washing those.
Yeah.
There's like these metal grills that we use for pizzas, but like getting butter on them sounds like a nightmare. Nightmare to
But they
clean.
can be washed in the washing machine.
But still, I don't know if they come out that clean. because they're quite small holes on those. So you have a timer for 5 minutes from
Oop.
some tea spillage going on.
Almost spilled my tea.
You can see drops on the table.
No, there are none.
Lick it off, can't believe this.
2 minuuttia.
2 more minutes.
Are they done yet then?
I feel like that might be enough then. It's hard to know about the bottom of them, but from the mashed potato it's looking like they could be then done.
Yeah, they do look good.
But I guess we can then put them here and like flip one over, see
Yeah,
what
then
it looks
tap
like.
the
Yeah, tap the underside to see if the buns are done. Buns are done. But yeah, unfortunately the view you get, because I was hoping that we could get the chest view that we've had in like when we were doing the construction on the plot. So I was hoping we'd get that, but unfortunately the data, so the mobile data inside here is not working when I'm moving about. Because we did the test, like we had it there for some time and it seemed to work, but immediately after I started the stream there was like disconnections already, so I thought that we won't be trying to gamble with it. So yeah, unfortunately not getting the amateur POV this time. Well, I don't know even in the future if we'll ever have that, but it depends on like when we finally finish the house and stuff, we could get like a Wi-Fi setup and those kind of things for maybe the camera setup as well. Because Nat also has, when she did her cooking stream, she had multiple cameras in use, because I think she used like a phone as a camera as well. So there's like apps that you can do. So we could also look for those, like how do those work, and maybe get those going ourselves as well. But I could maybe take the mashed potato.
Yeah, it would be nice to have this wider view,
Yeah.
and then your whole.
Like both of them I think combined would be nice. It's like putting them together somehow, because that's what Nat had when she did the...
Yeah. Okay, it's nice to hear that the setup is working.
Yeah, that's good to know that it's not like a horrible ordeal for the viewers. Because I guess like main of the stuff, the important bits are done on the table there, so like mistering this gravy thingy, I don't think that's the content here, so I guess for that it's still better. Can't believe Nat came in just to praise our setup.
Yeah, the quality is good because we have now it on the cable.
Yeah, that's also true there, so I can go and check from my...
And the internet connection is better than what we have on the plot currently.
Yeah, so I'm assuming, it looks like the quality of the video is at like the best it can be, so there's like no compressing and stuff needed.
Make a little bit room for the...
So for sure we have enough internet connection for this.
I don't... Okay, I do mind. Mind getting hot steam blown on my face. Oh, the one
of
is...
them is darker. You took yours out already.
Yeah, but I'm doing the
Oh
test.
yeah, you're doing the testing.
How do I... I think it would be good. Yeah, it's good. No, don't take it mine. Straight to the batteries goes. Oh no, you squished it.
Tusk.
Oh, the violence.
Vegan hatred here.
The violence.
Don't spank their bottoms too late. Too late for that.
Maybe I will... Whoops. Okay, it goes there. On the floor it goes.
Those are some big boys. Oh yeah, we'll have to tilt the camera forwards again then. So you guys get the
I think you should do
camera.
the deep dipping on the
Yeah, I will do it here, but I will need a glove because
table.
I need to move them.
There you go. Where did I put my tea? There.
So will you use anything? Because you could also like brush some margarine or whatever you'd like on yours. Because they look pale. They look sad.
But I like them sad.
Can't believe this. But yeah, so then I'll have my buttons if I need to have the plate underneath or not.
think all my food looks sad.
Yeah, let's see if this amount of butter we have is enough. If it's enough or not. So
Let's
guys,
see
now
what
we
it-
do the Karelian bath for them. I feel like, yeah, I remember my mother has used the brush on them, so she like puts it on. Can you give me the brush?
Yep.
Yeah, that one. So she goes from the sides and then like brushes on top of them, like so. So that's where the healthy part comes into this.
I will do a little show off with the.
I can feel my cholesterol going up
There
already.
you go.
Yeah, that's what's happening here.
There is suckles. Oop. Before butter, but we'll need to manage for a while with this. Not mine. And then I will return it. Oh dear, that looks.
These guys are getting a bath they deserve.
Where are you putting the back? Oh, back on the oven plate.
And yeah, those two are connected, so either use a knife or actually I think I can just pull them apart with this.
Organio. Chat can use hammer.
Yeah, chat, you can use hammer to help me with this. See if I can do the spreading with my left hand, so I wouldn't need to keep using different hands, switching up.
I think all of the others are.
You don't want to be too rough
Yeah,
on
they're good.
with the spreading, because you don't want the mashed potato to come off. Thank you for Elina for remembering this thing. Can't believe you suggest I've forgotten you. When all I'm doing is yapping to you guys here.
Saku is so hungry. He's only hyper focusing on his pyörö.
Yeah, I was thinking of showing them when they are pretty and
And the butter.
glistening with the butter, but you went ahead and showed them the imperfect product.
Yeah, but I don't want mine to be with the butter ones on the same plate.
Yeah, but can't believe you showed mine before they were ready. Can't believe this.
Oh no. There will be a Elina as a rebrand.
Elina ass rebrand.
Elina ass.
What the fuck is this? That doesn't sound like TOS. Again, guys, what is this? I'm missing chat and I feel like there's suspicion. Yeah, I can see the chat here. It's just that I don't have time to read it when I'm doing this. Unfortunately, I think these are the ones I've done now.
Yeah.
So these guys need to go next. You can actually see it from the sides. I feel like that's the easiest place to see whether or not they have had a bath or not. But yeah, I definitely need a bigger plate for mine, because I will have the gravy and
Yeah, true.
then some ham, and I think I will even do the slice of butter.
Oh no.
To show
Oh
you all
yeah,
the
I
options.
need the cucumbers or pickles.
But yeah,
Pickles on mine.
these are the ones I have are looking like the ones my mother makes. Those are looking like they have too much dough on them, not enough mashed potatoes.
I do
But
like
I feel like
some
the amount of butter I
boiled
have is also nice. I think we'll run out around when we need to. So I don't need to melt more, but I also don't need to waste a lot of it, because I don't know where do I put the rest of this butter. So I feel like you would try and aim it so that it's enough, but not too much. But yeah, these are the healthy snacks. Surely
Healthy.
butter bath is TOS. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, unfortunately this will be the last stream because we're getting banned because of using butter bath.
True.
We're also in the wrong category, because there's like this, isn't there like this bath and stuff, like a separate category for those.
Oh, really?
on Twitch, yeah.
Oh dear.
So that's all of them now, I think.
I want to
The only one I'm thinking is did I put this guy in there, but I think yeah, it surely has been there. Yeah, so this is the amount of butter we left with, not too much, so not too bad actually. So I done it good. Maybe try and get the little nerve denied.
So this is my this is mine ready to be eaten. It
Can't
has
believe-
pickles on it.
I can't believe you put them on it.
Yeah, they go on it.
No, definitely not.
And then you can just, you know, munch it as it is or use a fork and knife. I'm not sure which one I'll go for.
But yeah, then I have the, I think I will take the heat off from this.
Oh, the sides
Now,
are
so-
very crunchy.
I can actually show the chat now the end result of this
Very good.
brown sauce thingy. Let's see when you can see it too. But yeah, so this is the, if you can see in here. So the meat is here, like lumps of it, and they are like mostly breaking. So they're like overcooked in that sense, but that's how I prefer it. So that's the brown sauce. Great crunch, yeah. Eat it all in one bite. Okay, so I will read back on the chat because I know I missed a lot of messages. Don't spank their bottoms. Can feel my cholesterol going up already. Yeah, they look amazing. Yeah, they do look good now. The sadness adds some flavor to the salt. I want amateur to bathe me in butter too. Can't believe this. Thank you, Elina, for remembering the stream. Can't believe this banter. How long before the Elina_S rebrand? Yeah, surely butter bath is TOS. Also, hellost Bogus, hellost drink the excess butter. Can't believe this. All butter bath in the bathtub category. Yeah, yeah, we could have like briefly changed into that. Oh, pickles, yeah, that's one way. I think I listed 4 ways to eat this. So one is this brown sauce I have here, then the other is the pickles, third is the ham, and then fourth is just with more butter. Very nice. Some good looking pyörös you have there. I approve as professional pyörö eater. Also, I see Hannuki is here also. So Hannuki is my aunt, the cool aunt who made the graphics for the Type King. So you now have a legend among you guys.
And the hammering
And you
rat.
also, yeah, also, yeah, the hammering rat and every other emote we'll be having will be made by Hannuki, hopefully.
And yes, these all definitely do have a very good crunch.
Yeah,
I don't know
right.
about Sakus because he gave them a butter bath, but I do enjoy the crunch. And I don't think I need butter in these.
So I'll just take one of here. I think I might take 2. I doubt we'll finish them. I'll finish at least them on stream, but they will be ready for when that eventually starts. But yeah, you can hear the crunch. Crunch Elina has. Something very good. So yeah, now I'll try and get all the different options we have, so you guys know what we can deal with.
I'm giving chat options.
Yeah, showing you guys all the different options.
They will go with the drink the butter.
You have to feed us too, yeah. I will show you the end result, and then you can like vote which ones do you want. The ones Elina has there, those sad looking pale boys with some pickles piled on top of them, or if you want the complete experience from mine. Assuming I open this package of hams, I was hoping to open it so that it could be resealable, but we'll see. It doesn't look like that will be the
I
case.
think I need to make one for the chat. I will put those there. I think this is my prettiest one. This is
We will try
very
to
good.
compete.
What?
We will try to compete.
Yes. We
I'll
need to
just take
show
few-
side by
maybe-
side.
I'll take a
maybe
few
I will-
slices of this ham.
It's a little bit
Hold
closer.
it here. Maybe one more. Because you can just like with a knife and fork, you can cut these hams into slices when
Oh,
you
you are
take a
putting
bite.
ham.
Yeah, that's again the third way to
goodness.
eat them.
My goodness. There is only one way of eating this.
The wrong way. Can't believe you do it. Nina is doing everything wrong. But I also need the pickles then. Then I also need the butter. That's the
Mine is ready. I think I need the knife and the fork, so I will just put all the forks in the jar.
yeah, butter, just plain butter is the I think this is the most diabolical way to eat them, is just using the butter. So I won't put in too much because Again, like I do like it, but I feel like it's a diabolical way to eat this. So I just put in the piece of butter. Like I said, it's a small piece, so I don't need to make some added noises. Can't believe
It's
this.
like
This is
even
the
if it was a
thinnest
slice
slice.
of even if it was slice of cheese, it would be very thick slice.
Well, for cheese maybe, but for butter that's the thinnest I can do with a knife like this. So that's the second option, or I think in my listing it might have been third or whatever. But that's another option we have.
Excellent.
And then we have the pickles. I'll usually try and drain them as much as possible so I don't get all the juice from them, but I guess it's up for your taste whether that's the case or not. Try to shake them up. So that's another option how to eat them. And then the last is the gravy, or the beef tenderloin thingy. So this will be lunch for me now. Trying to see if there's this one, like, is this like an oven protector or whatever? I can put this underneath.
Yeah.
And then I just need something to get this sauce with. But yeah, Nat, if you're making this, you need to do all this. You need to give your opinion on all that. Damn, that slice looks thick. Can't believe you'd say that. Can't believe you said that. I did my best in the thinnest slices I could. Actually didn't even taste the sauce, but it's just basically spice it to your flavor, like what you'd like, but mainly it's like onion and garlic powder. Like garlic, you can either use powder or like actual garlic. And then like for me I just put in, like I mentioned, the Worcestershire sauce and then bouillon. But yeah, so this is the end result. This is the end result here. That's what we are getting. So there's the options.
And then there's the
There's
nice and dainty one.
the healthy version.
Very good.
That's like the healthy version if you think about it. Like there's so much less butter in
Yeah.
that one. I guess for those that mind calories, they would opt for that one. But yeah, so that's, try to see if you can see the plates, but I think you can.
Oh, Gatak, thank you.
I like the dainty one. Can't believe this.
Yeah.
Can't believe this. But yeah, Anuk is the blushing. Can't believe this. But yeah, she has a reason to. Trying to not smack the plate with the phone again. But again, eating. Chat will not make this any easier.
Chat will get some sauce.
Yeah. But yeah, so those are the options you can eat it with. So basically what you do is I'm trying to see, but I hardly see it from underneath.
Okay.
So you basically cut yourself a slice of these, like so. So then you have a slice of whatever, and then you go for whatever. See, I don't know what would you call these. And like either you go for the butter, I would like smack it to the side here. That's like I would say this is out of the options, this is the most diabolical way to eat them. Because again, they are already dipped in butter, so just having a chunk of butter with it is like diabolical. To me, the one I personally prefer is this brown sauce thingy. That's like what I always go for, given enough options. But I can enjoy all of these options. So. But I would like, if I were to rate them, I would go for this one first, then maybe the pickles, then the ham, and finally this butter thing, because this is again diabolical for me. But I can see the appeal because butter is really good.
Yeah, I, for obvious reasons, prefer the pickles.
Yeah, I think that's the only vegan one here.
Yeah.
Make one with all the options at once. I don't know if that's even possible. We can try. So I'll just cut in a slice of this ham here. I don't know how do we pile this thing. You will see me suffocate now.
New favorite is forming.
Yeah. That would be just the two and combined if I can get this pickle to come with me. It's not really, doesn't want to come along. Then we need some of that butter. Can't believe this, and finally we need the sauce there. Yeah, this guy, I feel like this might be a new favorite, or then it's diabolical, it's either one. But yeah, again, trying to get this in my mouth, I feel like that's already the challenge here.
Kato, me saatiin terveisiä Kaakamosta.
Oh yeah, there's now my grandma is watching, look very very good. Okay, so my grandma is approving, thank you very much. Terveisiä Kaakamoon, kiitoksia. So we have approval from my grandmother, which is the best kind of approval. But yeah, I don't know how do I eat this. Again with the chat phone in the way and all.
Where did it go?
I have to say it's better than I expected. So like going all for those at once, I would maybe rate it at like 8. Because I would say like each of these individually go from between like 6 to 10. So I have to say it doesn't like individually add to them, but it was like different flavors coming in at like one after another, so it was an interesting one. I would maybe stick to mixing only 2 or something. Because again the pickles are so different to others, so I feel like just having the pickles with something else is also like a nice one. But yeah, it was really good. I wouldn't complain having it like eat it like that every time. But again, having the stuff mixed up and trying to keep it in, I would say is the challenge there. Maybe making it not worth it.
Oh, blender pyörö.
Put it all in a blender. I feel like that would just be like making yourself like mayonnaise with just like starting out with like just oil. Because like if we were to blend it all and then like try to form a cake out of it and put it in the oven and stuff like that, so we'd make like cursed versions.
Dipping it in the tea. Okay. It's very good dip. Oh dear, there is now some smashed potato in my tea.
But yeah, the 25 minutes was definitely good. I feel like this is just the perfect crunch.
Yeah.
You need to like push a little to cut through the bottom, but it's not like stone hard.
Yeah, the crunch is very good.
Yeah.
Though, you know, tea made it a little bit soggy, especially the mashed potato. I don't.
So yeah, we don't approve of this
No.
tea dipping.
No. But it's good to,
But now we know.
refresh traditions.
Yeah, we now know that that's not how you should do it. Huge surprise maybe there. But yeah, I think time-wise we nailed it because it's now 1 p.m. So that was actually perfect timing.
Soggy, tea-soaked mashed potatoes. Very good.
But yeah, now I'm just gonna zone out and eat because this is so good. But yeah, I think Nat also started. I'm hoping like just now, so we could go and raid her. And
Yeah.
thank you for showing us how to make the pyörö, of course. I'm assuming you just started because I got some notification. So I will write down the instructions into the food channel, or I think that's the best place to do it. Like translate what my mother told us, and like I will put in what we learned today. Because again, the 2 kilograms of potato was quite a good amount because we didn't have that much left over.
No.
And it would depend on how much you put, because I feel like you put in little, I put in a lot. So I like if you put those two together, I feel like the 2 kilograms is quite a nice amount for the potatoes. So yeah, Nat has to do them. Yeah, thank you. I'd like to try it. Yeah, that sounds good. Need some butter in my blood. Yeah, that's definitely what you'll be getting when you continue on this Karelian traditions.
I think our next recipe will be non-Karelian, for there are not many left.
Yeah, I don't think there's any others. Any others we can. At least I don't have any I would know. But yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day, Matthew and Elena. We'll be joining your stream, so don't go too far. Hello. Butter in the blood, then make blood sausage after. I can't believe this.
You do not need butter to grill it then.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll just put us into raiding Nat so that the timer starts.
That is.
So we'll have some gameplay to watch while we devour all of these. Because we have to eat them all at one sitting. No, definitely not. You can reheat them and you can even like freeze them. You usually should like you can either reheat them in the microwave or then in the what's your raid message? Oh, that's a good one. Can't believe I didn't come up with one earlier. What should we use? There's only 60 seconds to come up with one.
I have no idea.
Can't
Dip
believe
it in
this.
the butter.
Yeah, we could maybe go with like, is there enough butter in your bloodstream?
That is good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we will use this Nat saying she needs more butter in her blood, so we'll use that. So
Yeah.
we can just put amateur raid. Do you have enough butter in your bloodstream? I guess that's what the message be. Would be the message. So then I also need to carry my stuff around to my computer and start watching myself. But yeah, we'll go for that. Also, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. We'll be most likely live tomorrow from the plot again, doing some stuff on the.
We are on a ad break. Also.
Oh yeah, also on ad break. That's actually pity, like having a raid and it ending with basically an ad break. We'll see. We'll see if they're back. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you for watching. We'll catch you guys tomorrow most likely.